ló ṣe é?
Okay, sha.
Wait, ní sùúrù.
Ó létí láti fi gbọ́rọ̀ tí mo sọ ni. Kí ló ṣe é?
Ó fẹ́ kí n
DMS
Orí mi yìí, ṣé mo bú èsì?
Matt, give Mr. Daniel. Give Mr. Daniel.
Let me start that. Mr. Daniel, so you cannot.
Look. Let me finish my response to what was said.
Hold on. Let Mr. Daniel speak. Let him. Okay. DMS, just calm down there. Mr. Daniel, don't vanish. Mr. Daniel, are you there? Can you hear me? Mr. Daniel, okay. Mr. Daniel, can you hear me? Can you try and speak? Mr. Daniel, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Maz?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. You see, Maz, can you hear me?
Of course, I can.
You see, one thing I've noticed there, especially on X Spaces, it seems we always bring our problems to X Spaces. We cannot just banter, just enjoy yourself. That's what we're doing here since morning. This one, this number, this one. That is what we're all doing here. When that guy started what he started, I was interjecting that guy then that tell us who your candidate will, because I knew where he was going. It was your co-host, and this is that was saying we should leave it because I knew where he was going. And I knew where that conversation was going to end. I knew. If a space, why is it always a problem? People will be enjoying themselves on a space. You people will just bring all this your agenda and all this thing. We cannot just come have fun, throw banter, and everybody go home. When that guy started it, I knew where it was going. He was just talking rubbish. People just they have fun. Dan Tata, Oyekachi, Chief, we are not all in the same party. We're just saying who go win. Oh yeah, allocate votes, this thing. Everybody was having fun. Please, nobody is speaking for me. I'm a Yoruba. Nobody is speaking for me here. And I'm very sure the guy that came is not also speaking for anybody. But if there's a space, if there's already an atmosphere in a space, can't we respect that atmosphere and just have fun? Must we turn it into something very deep and sometimes something very toxic? I don't understand though. Now the enjoyment we can't enjoy for years since now. People will want bet. People don't want to bet. Then they throw jab to some people. Everything. I don't get time for all this. And I always say this. I don't know how you'll be supporting a candidate in a party. You'll be talking of a regional agenda. If you want to do region, make we leave political party. Go and do region. But you cannot be saying we are supporting president. We are supporting a candidate that will rule all over Nigeria. And in that same district, we are still talking about region. Let us choose a battle. But my own is that the thing where they pay me about this space now, be say, it was enjoyable before. It has now turned to another thing. So, Mazi, what do you want on your space? Mazi, can you hear me? Okay.
I hear you. I hear me, Mr. Daniel. All this one where they ask me. Shame me, not be me give you a call before you run away. Now, what do you want me to do now?
I don't know because I want to throw my banter at that time now. But as it can be, that's why I collect co-hosts now. When everybody wants to turn out
to you know the topic already now. Political banter would do here.
Daniel, are you saying that we shouldn't speak about the fact that every region has the
and a glitch.
Are you saying every region does not have a political interest in this country? Because when people bring their own interest, other regions are going to respond in like manner. You cannot gaslight anybody. This is politics is not moral.
wait. Nobody's gaslighting, please. What we are saying is that what was the atmosphere in this space? Were we discussing all this? That was not what we're discussing. Read the room. You can read the room. If a room is in a particular way, and when that guy was talking, I was actually trying to stop him. So you can talk about your regional agenda. Nobody cares about that. But there's nothing like urbanization and all those things when we are talking about a national election. It is as simple as that. Because the president today is not supporting the agenda of one region. That is a fact. If Tinubu today is talking about the agenda of one region, he will not become the president. But my own is just that I'm not even saying that discussion cannot be held. No. But what were we discussing here before? That was not the topic. That was not what we're discussing. And I'm not even particularly blaming you. It is the co-host and the host that time when that guy was saying what he was saying. I was saying this is not what we are discussing. So if somebody is trying to come and infiltrate and corrupt what we are doing and we're enjoying it, you stop the person and we recall back to what we're doing. So if we now want to move the conversation to agenda of regional agenda, the host will come and let us move. But the thing is that was not what we were discussing. That was not what we were discussing here. I've submitted.
My own is that, sorry, sir. Please let me just make a particular statement. My own is that since morning, I've been listening on this particular space, and this space has been full of banter, and we have been enjoying this space since. Please, in any way, even if you want to banter, there are some particular area you don't banter with. All this urbanization, you will make the 80 even more. Though I am not trying to play to their agenda. And again, we can't use the statement of one particular person to now judge a particular group because we are supporting APC. So we have one person that is supporting APC and he was saying urbanization. The next thing that you will say is, Marty, is this what you now do on your space? That is idiocy in the first order because we are all older than 18 years here. You should be sensible with everything that you say. Is it that you are trying to blackmail the host, or is it that you are trying to victimize the host? This is a particular statement that is attached to a particular person with his name. So which one is Mazi? Is it what you not do on your space? That means that all of us here are now tribal. Be like,
guy, see,
are you serious?
guy, I know they like, see, I know go, and
are you serious?
See. I didn't say.
I don't fucking care about you, brother.
Guy,
I didn't call your name. Please,
look.
I didn't call your name. I didn't call a name. I didn't call a name.
Don't allow me to insult
a name.
I didn't say
Let me finish. Then you can reply. I didn't fucking call your name. I didn't.
Wait. Let's it go one by one. Going by my own position, I would have just loved it if we just move ahead and just forget all this blame game. But if we want to talk about it, let's just talk about it for like 10 minutes and let us just move. All these things is always giving, I don't know about other people, but it gives me a headache. Every time, and the thing where we talk, I remember yesterday we talked this thing from this space. Can't we just have a time where we say we don't go talk this thing? So we can just maybe like 10 minutes, let everybody just talk. But my own is just that if we can just move on, let us just move on and just forget, that particular episode. Thank you.
Bro.
Lastly, sir, and lastly, I would like to clarify my.
I mean, how can we sit here and be thinking Yorubas can be the only ones appointed to government? Obviously, that was said to actually pinpoint the idiocy of what some people have said on this stage. People don't have to support your region or your person they don't need to. I can support somebody because the person wears the same shoe as me. I can support them because they look like me. I can support people for any particular reason. Is there going to be a Yorubanization agenda? Of course not. But look at how you guys are just speaking. I said so many things about what Atiku's legacy is, what Obi's legacy is in Anambra State. Those are not the kind of people that should lead Nigeria. If an Obi cannot transform Anambra State, he cannot be president. And I will never support him. And there are many people who think likewise. Atiku also has been part of the structure of criminality in this country. So why should I support him? And look, whether you agree or not, every region has an interest. But their interest could be, oh, I want you to build a port. I want you to build an airport. I want you to build a free trade zone. Everybody has an interest in this country. Even amongst 5 friends, each friend will have an interest of their own that they want to be actualized. That is politics. It's politics. But is there going to be a urbanization agenda? Of course not. Just like there's not going to be a Muslim Islamization of Nigeria. Like, guys, please think. Look at how you are getting so irate. Oh, he said urbanization. But you forgot all the other things that were said against those 2 individuals. Because they don't have a legacy of leadership. They don't have a legacy of competency. And it is right that people point those things out. Obi sat over Ezu River killings. Go and look at the pictures yourself. Atiku, he comes from a state where he has not contributed to reducing the amount of poverty in his own state or increasing industrialization in his own state. And that's the person I should vote for to be a president of this country. God forbid. It will never happen. And it's not going to happen in 2027. That's just a fact. Will there be a urbanization agenda? Of course not. How can Tinubu be president and say, oh, I will only appoint Yorubas? Come on. You guys, come on. You should be thinking way beyond this. Way beyond this. That was said in order to rile up certain people who were speaking here. And it worked. It worked. Because look at how you're speaking. Look how you're speaking. But the fact of the matter is simple. In 2027, do I agree that we should still be doing rotation? If the party says yes, fine. But if I, as a Yoruba man, wants to compete for the presidency in 2031 or 2039 or 35, the Constitution gives me the right to do so. If I say I'm not interested in a regional rotation or whatever political arrangement, I have a right to have that opinion.
We vote against you.
Wait. Hold on. Let everybody go. 30 seconds. Let citizen land.
Can I go?
Yeah. So let me allow me to land. I personally, I do not believe in rotation of power. That is my own view. I don't believe in it. If a northerner rules for the next 10, 20 years and he wins the votes, so be it. If a Yoruba man does it, if a Tiv man, a Nupe man, a Kanuri man, a Tangale man, a Biro man, so be it. Because we cannot continue to run this country based on, oh, it is my turn to rule. Oh, you have not given me the presidency. Is that going to transform Nigeria? The answer is capital N-O. Because if I look back to the state from which you come from, and I ask myself a simple question, what was your impact in that state in every metric? Whether it was education, whether it was poverty reduction, out of school children reduction, industrialization, in terms of IGR, it doesn't exist.
We are taking 2 minutes now, 30 seconds, so that other people.
Okay, well, I make I call me.
No,
I make I call me. See, please, I think it has gone to a point that when anybody wants to talk about
I'm supposed to speak before you now.
No verse, no, just 30 seconds, no, Baba, no verse.
People will want to
see,
just raise up your hands so that I will pick people.
All right. See, what I want to beg you now for anybody that comes there, when there's an agenda, when probably there's a topic here, and you begin to say, since yesterday, if you observe yesterday, people will just come and be talking about the way Yoruba are doing that. I think that is the problem. If you can come here and speak to the topic, if you cannot speak to the topic, no problem with jab. Jab is a normal thing. You can we laugh and all that. But don't come and begin to speak to us about the way Danny Boy was saying that stop. He was trying to take that guy to that line, and the guy was so bent on all this tribalism. And so please, please, nobody is agreeing to the fact that nobody is this modern age who is urbanizing anybody. And this guy I think he has debunked the whole thing now. So I think we can put that at rest now. So, but the point is, please, I'm begging, co-host and the co-host, if somebody will come here and begin to bring issue to all these Yoruba, please send them back or take them out of the space, because this is what is doing now. If you look at yesterday, I've been following this thing, and this what happened yesterday. Somebody was saying Yoruba when Basharu and that guy was, I can't remember that guy that was him and Basharu they were bantering. And the next thing was saying, you that came from the Yoruba boy that come from Kogi. He was saying, I know everybody was talking, no doubt about it. Even Basharu said his own too. But the point is, please, we should stop this now. We should stop that. Even anybody that comes with all this, stop them. Don't let them. See, we are still one Nigeria. If we are not divided, we are still one Nigeria. Until then, we can begin to say all these things. Play your card very well. If you want people to vote for you, play your card very well. Mazi keeps saying, thank you. No, thank you. No, I think I'm done. I think Mazi keeps saying it that if you want to get something, work for the party. Don't just come and say it's your title, it's your right. Thank you.
Okay, let us have General Musa.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. I think we need to be very careful in whatever utterances we're pushing out or whatever we're trying to like say. I won't say because somebody said this, I have to say the same thing. I have to repeat or echo whatever that person is saying. It doesn't make sense. Where's your intellectuality? Where's your reasoning? Where is it? Because you can't just come up and say because someone is saying this and somebody is trying to stop the person. It's just like somebody trying to light a fire. I just came and pour petrol in it. It doesn't make sense to me. We need to be very careful. I keep saying it. When people were shouting Christian genocide, I keep pointing it to people. Rwanda was just a radio program. This thing you are saying here can lead to something else. So we should be careful. If you want to throw banter, throw it. But when it comes to region, this, that, it becomes a different thing. Please, we need to use at any time. Don't let anybody walk you up for you to say what you don't want to say. Please, I beg everybody here. We don't need to begin to talk about ethnicity and all these things when we're discussing politics. We're enjoying ourselves. We're looking for votes. We're even doing permutation and say, okay, how are we going to get this place? And that is the proper way. I beg everybody. I think we need to do better. We're all educated and we're all adults. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, it is only Omoba's hand that I can see up. So let Omoba's
my hand is up too.
No, Mr. Daniel, I want to please, Mr. Daniel, I want to use 30 seconds.
Mute your mic.
Wait. I beg. I don't want to use mute, but unfortunately, now only Omoba they see. It be like say I no be full-time co-host. It be like they don't rig me come out because as I see myself for years, if I see myself as speaker, I know even the
Make I help you. DMX hand is up. Macron hand is up. Malam Cardoso is up.
Okay, Mr. Daniel, can you hear me, Mr. Daniel?
I can hear you. I don't see
DMS hand is up. Macron's hand is up. Moba, Wekachi, Oluwaseun. What other person? I think these are the 5 people I can see their hand up. But I know the people who I bring up newly now. Maybe they're going to raise up their hand later. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, so we'll have it like this. Because Oyekachi is also in the center of the discussion, we'll give him the 30 seconds that he wants.
Yes.
We'll give Omoba. Then DMX and Macmoon based on the roll call that you just gave now. So we'll
And
just
we
go
also
like,
have Oluwaseun and Sadiq.
okay, then Oluwaseun will come, then Sadiq will come. So please, what I will do, if it is about this matter on ground, I actually don't want it to fester. That is the truth. But I also don't want to deprive the people of the opportunity to vent. So what we're going to do is this. If I notice that what we are talking about is related to that matter of this thing, I'll just give you 3 minutes. If it's another thing, I might extend. Right? So let's just have it like that. So let us have a catch for 30 seconds, then Omoba, then DMX, Macmoon, Oluwaseun, then Sadiq. Please know your position in this thing because I feel forget. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let me say this. You see, I was already done for today anyway, for spaces. But the reason why and the other speaker that was talking the other time, I didn't say that Mazi is push. I said this is what Mazi allows. And Mr. Daniel actually made mention that it was even the host that allows it. But like I said, Mazi actually said that he's busy. So don't come here to come and try to hit one person's head against another person's head. There is no day I say that Mazi is the person pushing it. I say somebody can come in. And I say I know that he doesn't allow such things. That somebody can come in, listen for 30 seconds and go away. But you pick up the mic and you just wanted to push agenda in order to cause problem between one person and the other person. Why are we doing this thing? Why are you doing this thing? What I'm actually saying is that we know the direction the space was going ab initio normally. What the previous speaker has said before I spoke the other time was really a distasteful one. That I said that even your party would not even endorse that. And that is exactly what I said. So don't come here to come and change. Some people say I'm playing games. What do you mean? But why should I play games? Play games in order to gain what exactly? Why should I be playing games to gain what exactly?
You try and round up.
Or is it that you are going to?
Seconds.
Yeah, is it that you are
top 2 minutes?
Yeah, is it that you are going to?
Don't stop.
Okay, is it that you are going to drag me or what? I don't really understand. So please, I said what I said. Thank you very much. This is the last thing I'm going to say for today.
Okay, no wahala. But only as you do your permutation, when we come, they talk money, I don't come hear your voice again. And that won't pay me pass because I want chop some of your pounds. That ADC way it also go win. Make put money. That will be my own business.
You know, selling land, we ain't just back.
Oh, mind doing. When we they talk permutation, they talk 20%, 25%, this thing. When I can't say, the next thing only don't drop. Oh, this only self. Anyway, let us have a mobile.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone on this space. Let me specially greet the host and the co-host. May God Almighty continue to give you more muscle to be able to manage different characters. Please, I want to beg the host and co-host, if Odun, are you still here? Please bring him up because I was enjoying his that's those with Easy and Magnum. That's by the way. Oyin, Happy New Year, my brother. Mazi. Nobody asked you to go and buy iPhone, oh. You know, it's not my business, oh. If people know if you insult, you know, say me, I go abuse you. Oyin, ADC Southwest Coordinator, Ndewo, my brother. It's been long, oh. Happy New Year. It is today I'm hearing your voice this year. Well done, sir. They said now you are no longer accurately saying ADC will win Southwest. That the permutation now is 20% here, 5% there. Subhanallah, there's nothing you not see on the Elon Musk street, though. DMS, I'm coming to you too.
Sorry, I'm about Mr. Daniel. Please, I won't be available for the next 15-20 minutes. So you can fly me.
Don't be going, Joe. My lolo meeting ko lo make owo. ìjà kọ́ ní gbogbo gbà. Ìjà kọ́ ní gbogbo gbà. Now, DMS, in this country called Nigeria, I might be wrong, oh, please, easy. Mr. Daniel, please quickly correct me if I'm wrong. I think the biggest church, Pentecostal church in this country, today is Redeem. I might be wrong, but I believe, yes, I believe that's the biggest in terms of number, parishes, and every other stuff. Not once, I repeat, not once did Baba Adeboye give his platform to anybody during that 2023 presidential election campaign. Not once. In fact, it became so crazy that Obedient started insulting Baba Adeboye. They dragged him on the floor. And I challenge anybody to come out and tell me that, okay, oh, on so Sunday or so venue or what, Baba Adeboye used his platform to campaign for Peter Obi or to campaign against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ondo, Ekiti, go and check the population there. Go and check the election results. So I don't get where you get how you came to conclusion that Yoruba Christians voted against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know where that is. I'm a Christian. I left Abuja, went to Lagos to vote for him.
Omoba, you don't turn to
Likewise,
Christian again. You say you be churchy now.
I know they hide my own now. Today Christian, tomorrow Isheshe. I know they hide them. Isheshe is 100%. That one I know they hide them. That one I know the eye damn. That one I know the eye that one. Any day you see me, look at my left hand, left hand. They know the third person you go see I'm there. I know they
So,
hide my own.
so why you can't make yourself as an example of Christian?
Because I go to church. I go to church too. Even if okay, me and God they quarrel now for
You
like
be,
4 months.
you be co-host Christian. You be co-host Christian.
You understand, sir? God bless you. So it is what it is. I know they hide my own. I mean, I'm not sending anybody, Papa. Nobody is feeding me. I'm not feeding anybody. Everybody has one or two things he's doing. DMS is a Muslim, but motherfucker, on tell àwọn eléégún tó máa gbégún. The biggest eégún in Lagos Island, na them get am. The biggest eégún na im family get am. Ẹ jẹ́ a máa tanra wa, gbogbo ara wọn tá à ń ṣe. So my own is very simple. Should Nigeria end turn by turn presidency after 2027? Mbanu. No, 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 no. I will not support that. You see, I always tell people, the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria may not be perfect, but we can work around it. I repeat, that constitution is not even perfect in my own eyesight, though, but we can work around it. Why am I saying we should work around it? 2 or 3 times now, we've sat down to agree on national conference. Let's have a new constitution. The 2 times that we wasted money, we brought people from different walks of life. After they met, they agreed. Till today, they could not implement the 2 new so-called constitution. Recently, some elders, so-called elders, met in Abuja. They said they are drafting a new constitution. Before God, where is it today? Some people spend money now to put them in Transcorp and other places. Where is that thing today? So I'm a very realistic person. So what we have today is what we should work on. And that constitution may not be perfect, but we'll work on it and we work around it. How do we work around it? By approaching the Supreme Court, just like the federal government did when it comes to local government autonomy. That is working around it. You understand? So working on it means that let's approach the National Assembly. Talk to your leaders, talk to your senators. This is what we want. This is what we think you should do. This is what they are bringing from this region. This is what we believe you should support this thing they are bringing. And when you are supporting it, you too, from our own region, ask for this. That is working with it. So this turn by turn, whatever it is, please, let me make something clear. I said it yesterday, I'm going to repeat it.
there was no meeting held before 2023 election or during that year 2023 that the Yoruba people agreed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu Adekunle Omolodode is their candidate. Mbano. Even within his own people, his own caucus, his own camp, the likes of Babafemi Ojodu, who were eating undone rice with him when they ran through Nadeko route, went against him. Pastor Oshibajo went against him. Raufu Ogbeni Arebeshola went against him. Many of them like that I could call his guys. I don't want to use his boys. Let me call them his guys, because if you ever met Bola before, you go to his eyes, see so many of them. You know, he always bring them close, ask questions, listening to solution from this one, listening to the solution. I always pick the best solution that I believe is the best solution. So let me agree that they are his guys. They went against him. In that election, we had about 18 presidential candidates. 3 of them were Yoruba now. SDP, Bola, the other one will claim Yoruba today, tomorrow he will claim Ijo. So in your oriented Isumi, Showore. So that one I don't even know what to categorize that one. But if you look at that election, we have so many people from, so this idea that people are now making Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency, a Yoruba presidency, please make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, because it's not as if the Yoruba people were buying petrol special, different from others. As if when you enter filling station, they will say, "What's your name?" Your name is Sheung. You're Yoruba man. You can buy your own fuel for 200 naira. No, I've told you guys yesterday. Politics is politics. There are 2 things that you people are bringing to politics that is strange to me. Moral, it is in fact it is strange to politics. You are saying is it morally right? Politics and morality does not go hand in hand.
Am I the only one?
Land again. Come they
I
call me.
think say
Sorry, can you
No,
hear me?
I can't hear him also.
okay, we can
Yeah,
hear
you
you
Mr.
now.
we
Daniel,
can hear
can
you
you hear
now.
I
me?
beg. I'll give you 30
Round up.
seconds to round up because you don't talk. You don't move into
Amura, why are
that
you laughing?
arena.
Amura, why are you laughing?
So, Omaba, just have 1 minute and round up
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
so that
So
move
it's
to
very
DMS.
simple. It's very simple. Politicians will use anything they want to use to win election. That one is, you understand? So don't bring this emotional blackmail. Kinikon, it's our turn. It's the turn of Kinikon. There are over 308 something ethnic group in this country. Certain Kaduna ask, if there are some people you ask, they will tell you we have 86. Some people who have, they will tell you we have 83. In certain Kaduna, I'm not sure they produce president. So please sell your candidate, sell him well, so that other people, other region will buy into that candidacy and they will vote for him. If whoever God says will win election in 2027, so be it. But me and my household, we know the person we are going to vote for. Thank you very much. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Mazi. God bless Mr. Daniel. God bless every one of you. Whether you are APC, PDP, whatever, as far as you are in Nigeria, I love you. And you that you are not in Nigeria, you know yourself. Don't come, if you come. If you come, the kind of bad boss I will give you. Madam Mauritania, my girlfriend, it is you I'm talking to. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, Omaba. So let us have a DMX.
Yeah, Mr. Danny, can I go after the next person, please?
Okay, so
Yeah, like
that
after the next
means
person,
it
I'll be
is
definitely done, so I'll be free then.
okay. So that is shown now. Abi, am I right? I think shown is
Yes,
supposed to be.
you are very right, Mr. Daniel.
Okay.
Thank you. I greet you all. Anyway, should Nigeria enter by turn presidency? See, we have to understand the political system. We have to it's not constitutional though, but we have that political family. Like we have the military community, So we have that political community. So now waiting they give us, we go take. If they say na turn by turn, until we go to the house and then we'll make it legal. So whatever it is that the political parties agree to is what we will yield to. So it is so wise, it will be very wise for you to pan through the system. You understand the system in which you are, and then you plug yourself into it. And that is exactly what those who are politically intelligent, that's what they are doing right now. The likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and some others, because that's the only example I can actually give, and that's what they are doing. Our political elites, it is whatever it is that they give to us that we will take. And that is it. Now look at our own Messiah, Obi. Obi don't go join structure of criminality or system of criminality, that a system of criminality. Then, guys, look at that. Say, it's the same family. They are just recycling the same people to us. So, and then it is whoever that they give to us that we will, we will put our tag on, and then we'll put our vote on. And that's it. So, and when you come and you are throwing morality in this, in this political thing, hello, okay, now Tinubu is bad. So Atiku is not bad, Abi. Obi is not bad, Abi. But before, when Obi was alone, Atiku was bad. But now, because Obi has gone to join Atiku, now Obi and Atiku are not, they become same. So because Tinubu has not joined them yet, Tinubu is bad. And make it make sense. Make it make sense to people like me who will not discuss politics and morals. My own be say, me too, I get interest as citizen. Me, I'm not a party person, but I get interest. And right now, who is serving my interest? It is Tinubu, and that's who I'm going to vote for in 2027. And that is it. My own interest, though, the person that is serving right now, now Tinubu is doing what I want him to do in respect to corporate governance, Nigeria, investment coming to Nigeria, all of the things that are happening, so
I'm
that
not
is it.
hearing of
Hello,
is it only me?
hello. People no hear me again.
We can hear you, Oluwaseun.
We
Mr.
can
Daniel
hear
I
can
you,
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Mr. Daniel.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir.
And that is it. So for people who are talking about your urbanization now, that one cannot happen in Nigeria. That one we don't conquer that one, or Islamization, or regionalization, or all of those things. We don't conquer that one, we don't conquer them, and that is it. See, if you know how we dey relate for grassroots, they should be na grassroots now. If we know how we dey relate at that local level, at that grassroots level, even our political elite, even see how they dey as they dey give themselves backbones rich. You go see them for party, they go see they hug themselves, they throw agbada up and down and all of that. So at this level now, at Twitter level, if they come here, they throw energy up and down, like say, say please, we are fine. So all this turn by turn thing, I don't think it is what the parties, and most importantly the parties, it is wetin dem give us. Na him we go take. It is who they even give us. Na him we go take. Vote, and that is it. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much. Thank you. DMX, can we have you? Okay, if DMX is
Let's
not
ask
there,
Sadiq. Yeah, Sadiq is there.
let's ask him. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Good
I
evening.
came before Sadiq
Good day,
now.
good day, everyone. So I'm just
Who?
going to elaborate more on
Who?
what Oluwaseun said
Amori, you're not here before you
about the
please.
point.
No, who is talking? Amun, Sadiq
Hello?
has been here since now, except I don't see you.
Sadiq,
I know
Sadiq
that
has been
Sadiq
here
has been
before
here.
Amun,
Move on.
please. Let Sadiq speak.
Okay.
All right. I can proceed now, right?
Yes, go ahead.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so I do believe that the whole idea of turn by turn presidency is something that is deeply rooted in the whole division field. Because one thing I've also noticed, I know I'm very young compared to a lot of people here, but one thing I've noticed, because I do like to go into the deep research of how Nigeria was formed and everything. But one thing I've noticed is that Nigeria is a country that we did not come together on our own accord. So due to this fact, there's always going to be divisions in the whole thing. So the whole idea of turn by turn, if you notice all the presidents in Nigeria, if you really take your time and notice all the presidents of Nigeria have always had a link or are part of a certain group of people that were ruling during the dictatorships of the 80s and the 70s. They always had a link, they were part of it, or they were around that circle. We've not had someone different from them. If you check it, from Obasanjo to the likes and all of them, they've always been from that part of, from that era or those groups of people. And I can tell you, those groups of people, those are the true, they are the ones that know what is really going on in the country. So this whole turn by turn thing is just to me it's just a facade to put new person who can do whatever they want in there. Even the parties as well. I'm sorry to say this, but even the parties, the people they are choosing, the people they are bringing out for us to vote, they are people who were picked from some. I believe that there is a cabal or the whole thing. So what I'm about to say might sound a bit extremist. I'm not a religious person. Forget my name. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian. So what I'm saying might be a bit uh, controversial, but I do believe that um, Nigeria needs to come, like the whole people. We need to come together and ask ourselves a question: why do we want to be a country? Like, why do we want to be a country? So we need to have, I believe, a purge where we need to, remove a lot of people who are in power. I am from Kogi State, and I've seen what bad governance can do straight up. But we have our governor who took a lot of money and all that. I face that. I have lots of family friends who were teachers who were not able to he took the whole salaries and everything. And I had people's father who died of stroke or who had to go back to the farm while still working because the schools didn't want to close. If the school closed, who are going to be there? So at this point, it doesn't really matter who votes or whatever it is. This whole election of the thing that people are even talking about, to me, I've seen what it can do. I personally have family members who were politicians. They have had their house burned down, their families gone down in execution style. And the funny thing is, they don't put this in the media. You will never hear of this. Very close to my house during our own election time, there was a I don't know whether it's a position or it was someone very prominent in my town. He had his family, his staff, his immediate brother, and some other people. They knelt them down, and uh, the opposition would be the incumbent government, which is the governor who was allegedly accused of something. I can't face any court case now. So they had them gone down, like they knelt them down and gunned them down execution style and took their bodies to unknown place. I saw the car carrying but there's no problem. We want to come here and talk about elections and all that. Like elections will fix this country. It's not going to fix anything. We have to have every single country that are looking that is good. Russia, United States, whatever country that we are looking up to, that we see that these countries are being good. Check their history. There's a time that they had a revolution of the lower class people had to come together and ask themselves the question that why do we want to be a country? Who are these people that are making our lives miserable? Then they took action, took those people down, and restructured their governments themselves. It was brutal, but it had to happen. Nothing good comes out of being in the comfort zone, as much as people would say, but it has to happen. There has to be a time of immense suffering and immense, struggle. People would want to take saying that the civil war that was not that was not a civil war because it was not nationwide. It was just a particular part of the country. I'm talking about a civil war in the fact that it is the people against the government. that they want to remove the government and make the government a better, make the
Wait, 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 wait. You see, that's part of what I'm saying. You should know the context of what we are discussing here. We are not discussing revolution. We are not discussing mass action. We are discussing how to rotate power within the context of what is obtainable now. There are political parties, there are elections, and this is what is obtainable now. We are not discussing war, bring people down, or it is a discussion that can be held. But in the context of this topic and in the context of this space, that is not what we are discussing. Because I know that once you start, another person will come now and respond, and the whole conversation will take another detour that we did not envisage. So um, redirect yourself back to the topic, and I'll give you 30 seconds to land. Thank you. That's a glitch. I've unmuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. For me, I believe that the whole problem could not be solved by election. So thereby, this whole issue of turn by turn is just another part of it. So honestly, if we are going to face the that discussion now, then I honestly have nothing to talk about.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Mazi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, GMX, you can go.
GMS, can you hear us? Mark Noon, are you there now?
But,
I'm there.
but,
I'm
but it
Yeah,
here.
was
can you hear
waving
me?
now.
Can
Now.
you hear me?
I'm here.
Wait, wait, hold on, Mark Noon. Let GMS go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Tẹ́mi
can
ẹ̀
hear
kẹ́rẹ́
you.
sọ̀rọ̀ jọ mo fẹ́ jẹ́ lọ bá party chairman mi.
Ah, wallahi
Jọ.
tallah.
Wọ́n dó dèmi ọlọ́run. Mo sáré wá sínú mọ́tò wa sọ̀rọ̀ nìjọ.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, don't
talk, oh
worry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
talk,
Go ahead. Go
talk,
ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. Don't worry. Go ahead.
talk. How you don't talk,
Oh
talk,
yeah,
No
talk.
talk. Oh
worry,
yeah,
James. Go ahead. Go ahead. I will come
Makun, he
back
has
later.
allowed you.
Go ahead. Don't worry. No worry.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
GMX, go.
Wow. Okay, let me first reply my brother Bishop. Maybe Bishop did not listen to me very well. Bishop, I did not say, maybe you can listen to the space again. I did not mention Ondo Ekiti because I don't know what is going on over there. So I said Lagos, Bishop Lagos. And me and you, we know very well what happened in the last election in all those churches. So if Adiboye did not tell his members, that does not mean another pastor did not tell his members that they want to Islamize Nigeria and don't vote Tinubu. In Lagos, and if you want me to mention churches, I can mention the name of the churches for you, even some pastors. And earlier on this space, even one of our Mr. Oluwaseun also confirmed it that even in his own church, it was only him and his family members that voted for Tinubu. The rest, there were a lot of things that were said to them. So I don't want to go on this issue. So it should not be like, oh, DMS a Muslim saying this. But in Lagos, we know what happened in all those churches. And I'm not talking of Igbo churches. I'm talking of Yoruba-owned churches that what happened. But that would be another story for another day. But we should stop pretending, or just because we are Christians, we want to cover it up like, oh, no. It is not a bad thing. Everybody can vote for anybody. But Yoruba Christians in Lagos, they voted for Obi. So that's it. And to my brother sisters, he has already clarified himself that it was because of what Abdul said. And he also want to rally people up, which he was actually successful in rallying people up. So there's nothing to discuss about that issue for me anymore. And I think I was a little bit hard on Citizen Olu also. So Citizen Olu, I want to use this medium to apologize to you that I was a little bit hard on you. So no verse. So let's go to the
Be hard
to
on
the
that guy. Be hard on him. Don't mind him. Be hard on him.
so
No go do anything.
like
Be hard on him. What thing you go
But now
do?
your friend
should
now, Mazi. Don't be your friend again.
yeah, so should Nigeria end turn by turn presidency after 2027? Me, I don't really know what to say on this. To be honest, anyhow they want to do it, they should they should do it. If they really want to do it, is the turn of the South, then it will mean that no Northerners will contest or stuff like that. It will only be among the Southerners. Southeast, you can bring your person. Southwest will bring their person. South will bring their person. And the three of them can be on the ballot box and fight for it. If that's the solution, because I will not lie. I've been listening to some spaces for the past, even from yesterday. It was also on Maz's space today, also, because the way some people are framing it, they are framing it like South. The reason why they are unsuccessful, or the reason why they've never been president of this country, is because of Southwest. That all the blame is on Southwest. Southwest have been so, and also like in their tone with the way they speak, and I can also feel the jealousy from the tone and what with the way they speak. Like, oh, is it only Southwest? Is it only Southwest? Is it only Southwest? Omo, kill yourself. Really born again. Tell God to, if God wants to put you in Nigeria, tell God that God will please. So I want to come from Southwest too, because like me, I don't understand all this manipulation, all this emotional blackmail. You have freedom. You can bring your own person. And in the last election, you brought Peter Obi from Southeast. Nobody from South. Even the likes of Wike too, they were also fighting for it. Peter Obi was there, Ashiwaju was there. And the best man won. For me, if it's left to me, I would just do it like that. Okay, if it's time for the North also, the North Central, they should bring their own person. Northeast, bring your own person. Northwest, and the rest of Nigeria, we vote for whoever they felt like is fit to be the president of this country. But this emotional blackmail, like, hey, we must do it turn by turn. No, 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 no. I'm not in favor of, oh, we should do it turn by turn. Turn by turn for what? Like, no, sometimes in life, you have to fight to get what is yours. What is yours will not be given to the platter of gold, like, oh, okay, you take it because it is yours, we'll give it to you. No, you have to fight, you will fight for it. If it's shared in your blood, you will share it and fight for it with everything you have. But trying to blame Southwest, because whenever it is the turn of the South, you believe Southwest always have advantage. Is that the problem of the Southwesterners? Is it their fault that they have the advantage? We have a lot of people also in Nigeria that if they should round all of them up, they will not even be up to 200,000, and they can never be president of this country from their tribe or ethnic group. Is it their fault? Sometimes you just have to accept, like, okay, this is it. This is the life. You just have to accept it. Wow, okay. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Okay, I will just leave it. See, you people, you have to learn a lot of stuff. Life never seems the way we want it to be, but you just have to leave it the way it is. You want to become president. You may not see that president, but you just have to leave it the way it is. And see, and this thing too must stop. This thing too must stop. They did this to us. Why is it that this thing? See, Yoruba people and Southwesterners, I will just tell you people that also count yourself lucky that I will be proud of myself now, and as a Muslim, that we Yoruba Muslims, we are from Southwest. And that's also favoring us in this presidency stuff in Nigeria. Nobody can tell me otherwise. That as a Muslim from Yoruba, I don't have an advantage when it comes to presidency than someone from Southeast or from South. Me, I know deep down that if me, Yoruba Muslim, should come out for president, and Maazi should come out from president, I know that I will get more votes from Northerners than Maazi. Nobody should know all those gaslighting. There are some things that people does not want to say. People don't want to say since the space started. And I'm looking like, okay, because I asked a question earlier to Odun that if Osinbajo and Atiku, if it was Osinbajo that APC gave the ticket the last election, and Atiku, do you think Osimanjo will beat Atiku in the north the way Asiwaju beat Atiku in the north in the last election? We all know the answer. So we should stop all these things that people don't vote because of religion, people don't vote because of their ethnic this thing. We should stop all this gaslighting. And the way Nigeria is, and the way the north, the south is, I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. Yoruba people don't have any problem to become the president. See, if they just want to do it, let us just agree. The turn of the south, the turn of the west. So when it's the turn of the south, only southerners we we bring out their person. And if it's like that, Yoruba people just bring out Yoruba Muslim against anybody, you will win. It's automatically. So all this emotional blackmail, all this crying, all this thing, my people from other region, you will fight for it. It will not be given on the platter of good. And me, I want to say this. The No, the next political this thing, they said it's going to be the turn of the North. Me, I don't have any problem with that. And they said the VP is going to source. I don't have any problem with that. But you see, after that North, Oga, it's coming back again, you. Anybody who want die will die, you. After that turn of the North, it is coming back again. Inshallah, and we will be there. We'll produce Fashola. Thank you.
lórúkọ ti bàbá àti ọmọ àti tẹ̀mí mímọ́.
Sorry, DMS. What have you benefited from the previous one that you got as a region?
Mi lórúkọ Jésù.
With your mic, let me ask DMS. DMS, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother.
So, what have you benefited aside from Lagos? What have you
Yeah.
benefited from the people that have been representing you as a president, from Obasanjo, from VP Osibanjo, now President Tinubu? What have you benefited?
The same thing you will benefit when they become presidents now.
So
Why are you also shouting
you're making
for
it look like
presidency? What are you going to benefit?
uh, because you're in president, your man is in the president, your brother is a president today, that everything is rosy in your region. Go and sit down.
No, wait, oh. You know, see me, I know they fight religion. Wait. Mazi, you may not like what I'm saying. No. See, you have your voice, you have your choice. You can say
Don't
the
worry.
wait now, my brother, wait now.
When 2039 come, we go know say whether the Southwest are too greedy like you.
No,
Because
Mazi,
you are just
Mazi,
a minority.
see,
You are just
wait
one
now.
person speaking.
Wait now, let me
You are just one
round up.
person
Okay,
speaking.
Ẹjọ round up.
let me just say this.
Round up at this point.
Okay,
Round up at
let
this
them
point.
round up.
Ẹjọ to your law.
Give him 30,
Ẹjọ to your
30
law.
seconds.
Mazi, I'm not saying, you see, I'm also in support of Southeasterners joining APC. Me, I'm a soldier. I'm always on the part of you have to fight for what is not yours. To make it yours, you have to fight for it. Nigerian presidency is not anybody's father's property. You will fight for it and you will get it. So, my brother, when it's 2039, if Fashola is still alive, listen to me, Sheriff, if Fashola is still alive, my brother, Southeasterners, you will not get it in APC, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you. Mazi, I will drop soon because most of the time when I'm co-hosting, it's always like a responsibility. I always want to stay with my phone, and there's something I want to do.
But before you go, Giant, do you know Bayo? Do you know Bayo?
No. There's something I want
Okay, go
to
ahead.
address. There's something I want to address. You see, one thing that I've discovered about Twitter and Spaces is that we all enjoy different type of conversations to various degrees, and there's a way you can have the same topic, that same topic on 3 spaces, and the kind of conversation that will surround that topic will be entirely different based on those 3 spaces. So it depends on the host. What is the particular host known for? What is the particular co-host known for? The political party they represent and everything. It will determine how the conversation will go. The same topic. And the reason why that is easy is that we have all known ourselves in such a way that you know that if I want to discuss a particular thing, this space is more suitable for me, you will go there. Another person will go to another place. Now, that makes it easy for we to lash on to certain conversations conveniently because there are different platforms that provide that convenience for you to discuss it. Now, there's a reason for this, my preamble. When we started discussing this topic this morning, it started somehow. It now dovetailed into we testing all our assumptions with past election results, numbers. If you say something, oh yeah, make you go check. Somebody said, yeah, Buhari scored this kind of vote. We discover saying a lie. Not central, this one. Now, the assumption too that one region, even if you have the votes, can do it on your own. That assumption has been tested and to a very large extent has been debunked with numbers that has been thrown, verifiable numbers that have been thrown out today. Right. And the reason why me I like those kind of conversations is that you cannot, you see, I can show some kind of sentiment, you can debunk it. But if na number, if you talk votes, if we check, if na 60%, na 60%, now what it be that? And it was very enjoyable because we were all participating. Then it got to a point in time that that discussion was hijacked. And I deliberately used the word hijacked because it was not as if that was what we wanted. Somebody just came and said something and it was allowed. Pick him, and the thing changed direction immediately. And there's something General Musa said, which I agree. If somebody does something, it is my choice to respond or not. Now, I cannot hold somebody responsible for really responding. That is the truth of the matter. You can decide to respond. You can decide not to respond. But the basic thing is that if we don't manage our conversations properly, we will be discussing topics and will not be getting to the root of the matter. Let me just say this today. Any discussion that is, tribe and religion are the two most important sentiments in our politics. If anybody tells you any other thing, the person just pull your leg. But there's something about when a discussion is heavy on tribe and religion, with our experience on spaces, you will never use it to clarify or get a clearer position. Why? Most of the protagonists and most of the people that are participating will be using it to attack one another because people will be easily triggered. That is why we must be very, very careful the way we inject some of this narrative. You see, for me, I always say it. I cannot tell another person what to say. I cannot tell you what to believe in. I cannot tell you what to discuss. We're all adults. But I can choose what to discuss. And I can also choose the platform that I will discuss certain things. One thing is very clear. And Oyekachi also said it. We know that there are certain things that Mazi does not condone. If Mazi was with his phone at that particular point in time, I'm very, very sure there are certain things that he must have done. We know him for that. So, as much as possible, let us discuss topics so that we can have better clarity at the end of the day, not to use it as a form of attack. I always say this. There is no politician in Nigeria that will be so tribal-centric or religious-centric that can win a national election. It cannot happen. It has been tested and it has failed. So you cannot even be discussing national politics and I'm too bent on one particular tribe. You cannot, because it will be as if they are ostracizing the other people. The reason why Tinubu won election today, check numbers again, was because Baba had the biggest spread. Go and check. Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu, they almost won the same number of states. I think it's about 12, 13 or something that they won. But do you know what? Waiting Tinubu take defeat them well, like Tinubu had the largest spread. Obi had the lowest spread. When you're looking about the number of places they got to 25%. That tells us something. Despite the Muslim ticket, Tinubu was still accepted across lines and across board. That is the reason why he could win election. So if we are discussing politics, and you're actually discussing politics as a politician, as a politically-minded person, there's no way we will not consider some of all these things. So it is on that note. Let me just drop.
Sorry, before you drop,
Discussion has come back. Discussion has come back. So,
Mr. Daniel, can you hear me, Mr. Daniel?
Mazi? Yes, I can.
Do you know Bayo? He has been in your DM trying to reach you. Follow him back so he can be able to reach you. He has been in your DM. Do you know him? Let me send you his handle.
The thing is that I don't. And you see, the thing is that
Is it
there's a reason why I there's a reason why I deliberately put my
Yeah, I know,
DM on
I know. He
uh,
has a lot of,
so
he has
most
something he
of the
wants
time,
to discuss with you, a project he wants to discuss with you.
so
I'm going to send you
so
his
most of the time,
handle.
so anybody so he can first tag me. He can tag me on timeline first. When he tag me on timeline, and I see him, and I know what. And now, no, that's what I do. I don't just open my this, you know. Sometimes you
Now
go to
my
talk
guy,
on top this thing.
no,
When you enter
now my
your
guy,
this in the
now my guy. I go send you his DM. I go send you his handle in your DM. You
okay,
gotta check.
okay,
Just check your DM now. You go see his handle.
no, no, no,
Your DM.
no, wala, no, wala. Okay, so thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, co-host, everybody. I'm not
I'm back.
disrespecting
Oh.
Wala.
Yeah, go ahead, Bakroom. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So first thing first, that I want to tell my APC members is that please and please go to your wards. If you are in diaspora, look for somebody that is in your area. Send your details to them, your name, occupation, address, NIN, VIN, kí la tún máa ń gbà náà? Your PU code. If you don't have your PU code, don't worry. From your address, they will tell you what your PU code is. Send it down and go and do the e registration membership. It's not fake like the ADC, who have 4 or 5 websites, who are not integrating. They just collected money from people. They are not integrating their online membership with their physical register that is required by INEC. It is a requirement that your party register must be updated. This is where you choose delegates. So if you register online, you are not a delegate. You are just deceiving yourself. Hey, we will go in full force. I hope the obedience are listening. We will go in full force.
Macron, leave them now. The APC
No, 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 they are my friends. They are my friends. So because I need them to go. No, I actually need them to go in full force.
Nobody wants to join APC now.
Oluwajo, make I finish now. Make I finish now. Make I finish. Please, if you don't have word, physical word offices, secretariats, where you hold your word meetings, come and join the APC, the most serious political party. Come and see the kind of debate that we have within the APC forum. Go and look at all APC groups. I'm at for our Chrome. So our conversations are very robust, very, very all-inclusive. People fight, and I don't mean physical fighting. You fight, you come back, you call yourself in the evening. "Ẹ̀gbọ́n, ẹ má bínú, it's Mosola," bros, don't be angry about what I said. That's just the way I saw it. Don't worry, we'll see you next weekend or Friday when I come. That's how to have the conversations. Now let us go. So please, your party membership is very, very important, particularly if you want to be involved in choosing party escorts, be involved in choosing delegates. That is where you can fight. That is where you can say, you people see, and it is this lacuna that gave rise to PDP having multiple delegates. You can never hear it happen in the APC, where you now have a delegate register can be another delegate. No, 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 no. We are very structured. We are very realistic people, and we are very practical. So now let us go to turn by turn presidency after 2027. First thing first is that each party must have its own turn by turn. Let's not deceive ourselves. In the party, in our own political party, we must have. In the political party, in the APC, me and DMS were still fighting whether it should come to Ikorodu, or it should go to Badagry, or it should go to Lagos Island. We are still fighting. So there has to be turn by turn. Whether you are rotating between Muslim and Christian, you are the one that will determine how you are going to rotate. But I always say that it has to be zonal. So if it's within a local government, it has to be within wards. If it's within a ward, it has to be within polling units. If it is within polling units, it has to be within streets. If it is within streets, it has to be whether the right side of the street, the odd number or the even number. That's how they do it everywhere. When you have an association of people, there must be something that shows a fair representation of people in terms of membership and also in terms of leadership. So now let us now go to the turn by turn. So like I said, there has to be turn by turn. Now, second is that speaking nationally, and this is where I'm going to speak to Mazi, who is my brother, is that because there has to be turn by turn, it will not only be on the basis of fair representation in terms of numbers, in terms of demography, it has to also be fair representation in terms of contribution. And this is where we normally have fights in politics. Where some people will say, "Oh, is it because we're not plenty in the APC? That's why you people are now sidelined." Yes, sir. That is it. We'll tell you, yes, sir. We that were plenty in the APC, you will ask us, is it that when they gave back to us, they put APC in our pocket? No, some people mobilized. I say, you come and join, you to come and join, you to come and join, 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 and then we had the numbers. So for my Southeastern brothers in the national politics, I told you, Mazi, anything short of 40% from you, me personally, you have not done well. Personally, you have not done well. Anything short of 40%. And for me, it is a healthy competition where we compete as to the number of people we bring into the political party, the number of people, number of votes that we register for our own political party. That is when you are going to have. That's what is called political base. That's what is called political structure. It is not just by appointments and offices and contracts. Kalu is the number 6 man in yeah, you are number 6 because we look at demography. If we look at contribution, you will not be number 6. So, and perhaps you are number 6 because of your contribution also. So for me, party supremacy, very, very important. Now, within the party, we will play tribalism. Let us not deceive ourselves. Within the party, we will play religious politics within the party. But you see, the reason why it is not going to be bitter tribalism or bitter religious politics is because one thing binds us together. We have a common ideology. So it is not an assembly, and it's not an assembly of confused politicians or politicians that have lost out. No, it's an assembly of people who have common ideology in terms of politics and sometimes also in terms of how you want to run the economy. So now, turn by turn, again, like I said, I don't stand with DMX for 2039. The reason is that because for us, we always normally say that subtraction is allowed in politics, subtraction is allowed, but division is never allowed. And like I tell you, the difference between subtraction and division in politics, particularly what my own elders have taught me. When you have subtraction, it is Alegbajola has left APC. It is El Rufai has left APC. It is Malami has left APC. That is subtraction. When you have division, it is Mazi is in the APC. Mazi is going to attend world meetings with me, state congress meeting, all of the meetings, and Mazi is going to work against me on election day. That is division. It is not subtraction. And you know why division is very, very delicate and very dangerous for a political party is that they are going to always attend all your meetings. So there is really no way you want to filter them out and say these are moles, these are moles. Yeah, you might be able to filter one or two loud moles. And the real moles are not loud. They are very quiet, very strategic, very silent, and they do a lot of damage. So for 2039, I, as a Southwestern person who is also a member of the APC, I am going to say that my people in the APC from the Southwest, we should sit down and look and then follow anybody between the Southeast and South-South, so that there is also an incentive for them. There's going to be an incentive for people in the South to say, yes, APC is not a Southern agenda party. However, if you are looking for equity, if you are looking for fairness, if you are looking for justiceability, and I use it in politics, hey, call on Chanumi. In politics, justiceability is not that we can take this agreement to the court of law and then there's going to be a judgment on it. No, it is that whether we write it, whether we say it, so long as we have agreed mutually that this is this and this is that, rest assured that it's going to happen. And I think that is one thing that has endeared people to the APC. The APC is not the ones that will say politically we are going to do A and then they go back and do B. If the APC says that it's going to be a southern agenda within the APC, rest assured that it's going to be southern agenda. Now, they might play politics of individualism. Mazi might have thought that, Martin, you've been following me for the past 4 years and now say I want to come out now. You now go and follow Doggy. Well, I follow Doggy. Doggy is also your Southeastern brother. You are also a Southeastern brother. It's not that as if I now follow DMX. No, I follow Doggy. I know, sir, you follow Doggy. Okay, no problem, no problem. And then we would have mutual agreement and that's it. So that is one of the fundamental principles or bedrock that which the APC was founded. And that's why you would see the patience of the APC. The APC is very, very patient and very, very strategic. Even in governance, you see that we don't tackle all issues combatively. As a political party, officially, taking official positions. I'm not saying as members, we don't have members. I am guilty of that we are very, very combative. We fight, hey, bala, bala, bala. But when the party say, yeah, this bala, 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 you have been doing, this is not the party position on this is not the party position. Party supremacy reigns. So those are part of the benefits of also joining the APC. Now, one other last thing that the APC has that everybody knows, unfortunately, they do not want to acknowledge. Unfortunately for us, we don't want them to acknowledge it, is the intellectual capacity that we have in the APC. I am telling you that look at the APC, look at the leadership of the APC, look at everywhere in the APC, look at even the membership of the APC. You see that we have a lot of intellectuals. And we are very, very practical. We are very, very realistic. If we are not going to win 2027 election, we know. If we are not going to win, we know. If we have a 50% chance of winning, you are in trouble. If you have a 40% chance of winning an election in the APC, the opposition is in trouble. Because that 40% will turn into 20% to 60%. That extra 20% that we need, we know how to put in the work. And so for me, Mazi, Doggy, you are going to you are going to hear things that will pain you. And that's why you are politicians. You are going to hear things that are going to pain you, but you should stay on course. So, lastly, for this 2027 election, I see no pathway for Atiku, an Atiku and Obi ticket, and Obi a Kwankwaso ticket, and Obi a Tambua ticket. I don't, because I see the way that they analyze, elections, and I'm going to give them just small, small bits of how we analyze elections. So, there's so many things that determine votes. So, you look at the sentiment. The sentiment could be tribal, it could be religious. That's one. Now you look at the what's it called? The structure of the party. For example, in the Lagos, we have a very, very strong, and that's what I was telling my party chairman to this afternoon. That yeah, mommy, mommy said you that you don't attend ward meeting. She told me that you don't come for ward meeting. I told her that no, now that ward meeting that after election everything slows down. He said, but once in a while you don't even comment on the group and all of those things. So the thing is that we have a structure that can actually win election. But unfortunately, in Lagos State, the sentiments played over our structure. The sentiments overwhelmed our structure by 10,000 votes. So, and I want you to look at it, you need to analyze it well to show you how strong that culture, how strong that structure is. The sentiments in Lagos State elections between Asiwaju and Obi was very, very strong nationally. But you can see what structure can do. No matter how the wave is, the sentiment is crazy. Hey, we don't want Muslim, King, back, 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 back. We still want the election. And that is why, for me, structure is always going to trump over sentiment. So, by and large, everybody, please, you are obedient, you are articulate. I want you to come and join the APC, work for the APC for the benefit of Nigerians. The APC is youth inclusive. The APC is youth. We're not like the ADC guy. So, let me yield. Okay, let me just quickly say this one. So, you see the way the ADC boys behave. The ADC boys, I'm not going to call their names. You see the way they behave. When they move as if there's only one person that is in that political party, and any other person in that political party does not matter. Now, when the obedience also speak on ADC spaces, they speak as if there's only one person that matters. You see, when we talk during the primaries of the APC, when we used to fight our Oshibado people, it wasn't like as if I don't want to listen to Oshibado boys. No, Oshibado boys will always wait for the BAT boys to come. The BAT boys will always wait for the Oshibados to come, even offline, and we will have those conversations. We will have them. It is a must that two of us must be in the same space. We must be in the same space. But for them, no, they don't be in their spaces. Like, I yield the mic. Sorry, let me just yield the mic. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I hear your mic. Thank you. Thank you. Musabi, then Amun. Musa, can we have you?
Yeah, good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here today. Yeah, I've listened to colleagues, compatriots from Nigeria, and seen people share their opinion about the topic. Should Nigeria end turn by turn presidency after 2027? I think that may be difficult because, first and foremost, there will be some regions that will feel like you've used turn by turn to ensure that some areas, some pockets, some regions were able to ascend to the leadership of the country. So why is it that you want to stop it 2027? So it may be difficult. However, even if you want to take another look at it, you imagine that you have a competent person from a region without numbers. So even if you are able to establish your candidacy and prove your worthiness of leading the country, but if you don't have the numbers because it is democracy, what happens? Then you're not able to ascend, you're not able to get there. So aside joining political parties, the political parties must have representation and all that. Then one thing I just want to say going forward, given 2027 elections that we are discussing as well, is that we need to stand up and query our leaders. We need to ask them questions. Those that are in power need to be asked how far, what have you done in the past few years that you have ascended the position. So we need to bring out past digital copies of statements that they have made concerning exactly the things that they said they were going to do. And we need to compare that with the reality. What have you done? Why have you not been able to do it? And this question should help the populace to arrive at that point where they're able to decide: should we continue with you, or should we go for another party? Another thing is that if there is another party, we need to also ask those who are hoping to become the president from that party or governor or whatever, that what is it that you have achieved in the past? What is it that you are going to do differently? And all these questions need to be asked not on the surface level, deep-rooted questions, because Nigerians have been through a lot. I think all this, it is my ethnic group, it is my religion, it's not going to take Nigeria anywhere. Yes, and we need to ask questions, because at the end of the day, we will not always be close to those who are in power. And if you imagine, like, oh, maybe because you're close to someone in power, maybe he's going to favor you or something. I don't know, that's even a shallow way of looking at things, because there are 200 million Nigerians. How many people will be close to someone that is close to someone in power? So I think 2027 Nigerians should take their face into their hands and do the right thing by asking questions. Make the politicians, make them uncomfortable by asking questions. I hope that Nigerians are able to arrive at the right person to lead them come 2027. I yield the mic. Thank you.
Who is that right person that you have in mind, please? Can you hear me? Who is that person? Who is that right person that you have in mind, other than Tinubu, that is doing the right thing now already?
Well, you see, how many people are here on this thing? I don't know. I'm not going to. I don't want to say who I have in mind. I don't want to say who I have in mind. I want to give the platform to everyone to make their decisions. Whether it's going to be Tinubu you want, if you feel you are satisfied with what he has done, go with him. If it is another person that you want, go with the person as well. So I don't want to. I don't want to say who I have in mind. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Since you are confused on how to, you think that Nigeria is not working, but amongst everyone who is campaigning, you do not have anybody in mind. I guess you are the part of our problem. Yeah. If you cannot be able to tell us that this is good and this is not good. Well, I think I'm going to say this. I believe that so many Nigerians share with my own opinion. Anybody who is sitting on the fence at this critical time we have in the country, that person is part of our problem. I'm going to say it again. That person is part of our problem. Anybody who is sitting at the fence at this point is part of our problem. You don't need to sit at the fence. You don't need to say, who are you waiting to fight for your future, for the future of your children? Who are you waiting for? You are waiting for me, or you are waiting for your grandfather, or you are waiting for my grandmom to come and fight for your future as a young youth. But you have a data to come on Twitter space and talk. Does not make any sense. Let us be honest. You know, when you people come up and say such thing, like you have to research, maybe go through some of the candidates, listen to what they say, watch one of their maybe some of their clips or videos, and think through of what you are going to support and say this is the right person that you think that is good. Forget about people dragging you or people calling you names. They are going to do that regardless. At the end of the day, Nigeria is not supposed to. Nigeria is not where it's supposed to be. But what would not agree on who that will take us to that place that we are looking for? You and I, or both of us, all of us on this place, agrees that Nigeria is not working properly. But the person that will take us to that place that we need is where we disagree. The method is where we disagree. That is the reason why you see some people supporting people like us. I'm very, very happy to be called extremist supporter of Tinubu. It's an honor. So I didn't care. It's an honor to be called extremist supporter of Tinubu. uh You see other people that will use the same opinion. It's an honor to be called extremist supporter of OP. You see other people that will be articulate, calling Atiku Abubakar supporters. So that is it. You don't need to sit at the fence and be telling me that you don't. Nigeria should make choice from where. So you don't have a right to fight, but other Nigerians can fight for you. I don't understand it. This is not a choice. You really need to sit at the one particular place. You don't need to sit at the fence. Pick one person from today. Go and do research about whoever you want to pick and support the person. If you come on this platform, if you come on this space, I will give you mic. You will speak highly about the person that you want to support. Come on. Time for sitting at the fence is gone. Time for it is gone. If you need that change that you are demanding for, you need to start it from one particular place. Don't come up and be telling me that you don't have a choice. Does that mean that you didn't used to vote during the election period? Does that mean that you will not canvass for people to go and collect your PVC? Come on, we should stop, Musa. We should stop. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. There are a lot of out of school children. I didn't know the part of the north you are from, but there are a lot of out of school children there. Probably you are a supporter of Buhari because I saw Buhari. I'm seeing Buhari picture in your DP, but I didn't know. This one you are saying that you are not supporting anybody. Does not make any sense to me. Sorry to use that one. You have to choose another person aside from Buhari. God rest his soul. He's gone. He has done his part. He's gone. God rest his soul. But you have to pick another person. You have to do it quick before 2027. Thank you. Amun, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon
Peace will
the
not be upon
co-host.
me, Amun. Is it you? Peace will not. Is it you? You now. Don't worry. Now timeline me, you go fight. Don't worry.
I purposely said that because I knew you were going to react. So we need to understand that people are different. People will come up with different narratives. People will use different methods to communicate. Real quick, I don't know. Brother McNoon, are you there? When you say Oshibajo
I'm
boys,
here, sir.
what when you say Oshibajo boys, what do you mean by Oshibajo boys? I want to see if I fall into that category or not. Just for clarity.
Oshiwado boys is the friendly term. It's a friendly term that we use to describe the supporter of Oshibajo during the APC primaries. Right now, there is nothing like that any longer. Do you get my point, sir? Ah, can anybody hear me? Me, I
Yeah,
can't
you
hear
can
Amuna
hear
again.
you. You can hear Maknoon. Amun, maybe Amun don't get caught.
Amu don't get called, brother.
Amun don't drop self. I don't want to give Sinodule this mic again. What kind of wahala is this? Amun,
I
are you
did
there?
here. I did here. I don't know what Tim McNoon do. He doesn't
Oh, yeah,
like
let
us.
me tell you what I said.
No,
So I said that.
I heard what you said.
Okay,
I think it was a
sir.
glitch. So no problem. Why I brought that up is, to add context that people are different. So I want to give you an example. Some people may describe me as an Oshibajo boy. But the thing is, I love your breakdown, and you've said a lot of wonderful things. But one thing I want to add that is that in politics, one thing people don't consider, there's a statistic of people that people don't consider, and I fall under that statistic. It doesn't translate to the card membership of the party that you carry that will determine who you will vote for. I am not a card carrying member of any political party, but I have always voted. So there are people who purposely do not belong to any party because they're waiting for their turn. That when their turn comes, somebody might say, "Oh, I want to pick a neutral person so that they won't say I picked my party people." Somebody might say, "Oh, I want to pick somebody so that they will say, okay, yes, I considered a collective demograph of people." So I don't belong. So when you look at that statistics of people that don't belong to any political party. I'm not a card carrying member. Let me use that social term. It doesn't mean I don't align with a political party. So if you ask me today that what political party do you belong to, I won't say APC, because if it's in a meeting, they will ask you that where's your card? And if I can't present my card, I will seem as a mole. So again, like I always say, in these things, sorry, Mazi, I'll go to the topic. I just want to buttress some things Brother Mark said. In these things, like you said, I consider you a politician, not because you say so or because people say so, because of your thinking and your strategy. So in that same line, in that same strategy, I am moving politically away from Lagos State. I'm getting to an age and a stage where I have waited for my turn, and the positions I've waited for my turn, you know, I will seem like an agbaya if I insist on those. So I'm leaning towards Ogun State. So in Ogun State, I will be neutral. The person who will be the governor of that state, whatever he dictates to me, I will be loyal to it, and then I will form that alliance. So, to the topic, should Nigeria end turn by turn presidency after 2027? What comes to my mind is that is Nigeria doing turn by turn? Nigeria is not doing turn by turn. Political parties or political leaders are dictating. Some political parties, not all political parties, are dictating that turn by turn based on their liberty and their freedom of what they want to do. So if we say all political parties are doing it, when we look at former Vice President Atiku, it has always been his turn in every party that feels him every time he comes to contest. Will you say they're doing turn by turn? Yeah. So the thing is, most of these things would be an advantage to people and will also be an disadvantage to people at several times. So if you say, let's end it, which means if you end it, it will be the strongest, the survival of the fittest. So people who have been waiting that, okay, it will be my turn, they won't have a turn because there's nothing like turn. It's survival of the fittest. And it can work both ways. I don't know if you get me. So the thing for me is, I think, and this is what I've come to understand, I think I don't know who mentioned it. I think people need to consider things they have not considered. Once you refuse to consider certain things that you have not considered, you are going to have a miscalculation. I'm not a figures person, but it's just like when you don't consider people that don't belong to your party, and you look at it and you say, "Oh, I have 500 people who are carrying cards. Yeah, I have 500 people." You don't consider those 5,000 or 10,000 people who don't have a card membership, but you can persuade to vote for a specific candidate. That's one. And there will be people who are members of your party, like I think you mentioned, we might call them most. There will be people who will be carrying cards of your party, but they are there on assignment. They are there on assignment to deceive and to scatter the statistic. But on election day, they know who they would vote for. So the problem in this country is that, how will I put it? I'm struggling for the words. The problem in Nigeria is that the calculations and the way we think politics is, it's not like that. There are sentiments in it. There are people who will purposely vote against a candidate because in their neighborhood they feel that, oh, this person believes that because his mother is this, because his mother is that, everybody must be a slave. And they will purposely not vote for that party because of that. And there are people who would also look at things that people have done for them, where they have benefited from, you know, where they have been trained politically. their alliance with people, seeing people grow, seeing people being mentors, being under certain people, and then they will align with that. But then I like to face reality. I won't persuade anyone to face reality, but I will encourage you to face reality that this is Nigeria. Anything can happen. We see what binds people together, whether we accept it or we don't accept it. And one of the major things that bind people together is tribe and religion. So in your calculation, if you don't work towards that tribe and religion, and then you feel that, oh, this is the 101 way of doing politics, and you follow those theoretical paths, you will miss out. Then the second thing, again, which I always laugh at people, is that when we're online and they say this, they say that, they say this, they say, look, have you considered this? Have you considered that? Have you considered this? I'll say, I'm not considering anything. I'm considering who can vote on election day. I am in Lagos, Nigeria. I will be, even if I leave the country, I will be in Lagos, Nigeria on Ogun State, Nigeria on election day. I have a voter's card. I encourage people. I work with people who are fine. As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm in the INEC office opposite Queen's College, by the High Court on Burial Avenue. I came with some people from my local government, Shomolu local government, to sort out some things. So the thing is, if you are 10,000 people on Twitter saying you're in ADC, you are 10,000 people on Twitter saying you're in PDP, you're 100,000 people on Twitter saying you're in Labour Party, how many of those 100,000 are in Nigeria? How many of those 100,000 will be available in the state on election day that they're supposed to vote? How many of those 100,000 have voters card? The sorry thing is, even from the last election, is that most of these people that make noise, they don't have voters card. Those that have voters card will not be available on ground to vote. So the statistic to consider is how many people can vote. So the people that understand this structure, that flow into this structure, like your leader said, Mark Dude, that, oh, Kiwafumi team, because they know that you can bring in that intellectual capacity to advise them that this is who we need to focus on. For people that don't have voters card, you might think that is so easy. You'll be shocked that you have to do the homework for people and let people know. And this is the groundwork we're doing in Lagos State for Bola Ahmed to do. That this is how you will do it. Take this, take that, take this, take that. This is what you need. This is what you need. This is how you'll get your voters card. Where will you be on election day? Will you be able to stay in this neighborhood? Where do you live now? Where can you stay? So these are all the things that people need to consider. So for me, it's sad that certain people, if I consider Nigeria as a country, it's sad that certain people may not have the chance to reach that presidency, not by my doing or not by me being pro my own tribe. I'm pro my tribe. I think of my tribe first. I'm an adult. I have a brain. I have liberty to make my own decisions. But because I make my own decisions, doesn't mean that I should I should follow the bandwagon. But we must also consider the people, that there's certain people that don't have a mind of their own. People have to mind their mind for them. So people have to say, Fela said, zombie went that one way. You have to tell them, go like this, go like that. These are the statistics we're currently considering right now. These are people who refuse to go and get their voters card, not because they don't want, but because they feel afraid that how will I get to this place? And somebody will hear that I don't have a voter's card and I'm asking them how to get a voter's card. So we're becoming somebody that they can be comfortable with. Instead of them, we ask them, do you have a voter's card? When they say no, you say, okay, do you know how to get it? When they say yes, we still tell them that this is how you can do it. I can go with you. Call this person. He works there. When you get there, he will show you the steps to take. These are the work we're doing. So again, um, I don't want to, for the people who have sent me one or two DMs that I hope you're not going to speak about this, I hope you're not going to speak about that. I find that extremely comical because what happens is that you try and control the way people will think, you try and control the way people will speak. So at the end of the day, we don't have a realistic conversation. So in going back to the topic, turn by turn, who does it favor? Of course, it favors the aristocratic North. There's a cliche, a saying that power must come back to the north. So there's a negotiation in different parties that, okay, We will work for you. Power will go to you. Then after power will go to you, you will compensate us by power coming to us. So the question on some people's mind is, when will power go to this specific region? When? I don't know. So I don't want to go deep into the history. I don't want to go
Are
deep
you
into.
saying that some of you people who are speaking on this app or on this space currently now, people like Easy, DMS, Mark Noon, including you, Citizen Olu, are people saying that you people are not greedy, but saying that if power returns back to the south, come 2039, that the Yorubas will be on contest again? I mean, we'll be dragging it with the south,
Yeah, but
south,
Mazi, that is not
south,
that
No,
Mazi, that is
me,
not
I said
Okay,
tribal.
no.
and
let me
There is
southeast.
nothing
Is
tribal
that
there
what
answer
now.
you're saying?
Mazi. Let me
Mazi, I said no, that you will not be on the contest in 2039. That I
let me
specifically said so.
Eh,
Okay,
but
thank you,
Macnun,
thank
that
you,
is
thank you, my
Macnun,
leader.
that
Thank you,
is
my
you
leader.
now. You are one person.
Yeah, I said
uh-huh.
me
Yeah, you
personally,
are
me
one person.
Thank
personally.
you, Mark.
Brother
Thank you,
Magnu.
And
Mark.
that's what I
God
said,
bless
me
you. God
personally.
bless you. You are an
Okay,
honorable man. Leave these people.
okay, Mazi, let me answer your question. I love it because you've thrown a specific question, so I can now be specific. Again, what you did was you put a blanket on people, and I love the way Magnu burned that blanket. When you say you people, you put you everybody together. So if I put a blanket on you now, you'll be angry.
I measure specifically on this space, at least on this app, on this space.
I
At
know
this,
that's what I'm saying. I said I
okay,
said I'm happy you put a
okay.
specific question, but in your question you are specific about yourself. But in your question, when you said you people, but Magnu now told you what he said, so I will be specific. You understand? It will be extremely, and I've said this. I'm always a broken record. I repeat myself. It will be extremely difficult to see in the candidacy of an individual like Peter Obi representing the Southeast and becoming the president in this country. And this is my personal opinion, simply because he has not shown any loyalty to the North by jumping from party to party and abandoning former Vice President Atiku. Will I vote for a Peter Obi? No. Will I vote for a Charles Soludo if Yoruba candidacy is not against him? Yes. Will I vote for an Okonjo Iweala? Yes. And you asked me the question, you're speaking about problems. So what are your solutions? My solution would be, if Peter Obi wants to become anything relevant in this country again, vice president or president, he has to align with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the truth of the matter. Without doing that, it
If
will
Obi
just be.
aligned with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you people will vote for him, right?
No, no, no. Voting for him is different. Having the opportunity to get to that post is different. So when you say you people again, you're putting a blanket. So what I'm saying is that for him, and let me use the template of Buhari.
Are you going to
Buhari,
vote
in
for him?
all
Are you going to
honesty,
vote for him?
no, I won't vote for Peter Obi
So
because
why
I
are you
find it
calling him to come
extremely
and align
comical.
with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, knowing that you will not vote for him?
It's not because of him. It's because of the people some of the people who are going to vote for him, not because of his character, but because it's a chance for their region to present a president. They are
Oh,
two
we have
different
other people
things.
there now. We have so many people there already. We have David
I
Umahi.
know. I'm not
We
talking about.
have Peter Mbah.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
Hope Uzodinma.
We're talking about.
We have a lot of very very brilliant young and not too young, but they are still in their prime. That
Yeah,
also are
but
working
only
close
him
to
as
close, hand
yes.
in hand with Tinubu.
Mazi, just hang on, please. What I'm saying, just listen to me. What I'm saying, every region has a lot of brilliant people, even in the north, even where Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes from or where Atiku comes from. But the people who are presenting themselves as candidates from a specific region, you ask me a question: will I vote for Peter Obi? I won't vote for somebody who will put people's life at risk by going to wash the toilet on a British Airways international flight. So what I'm saying is that yes, now what if he has herpes and he spread it all over the toilet? An innocent pregnant woman will sit there and she'll be infected. So anyway, what I'm saying is that for it's not to speak down on anybody. Buhari tried. He's the former head of state of Nigeria, but he formed an alliance, and that's why you have the party, the APC today. The party originally started as AD, then AC, then ACN, but today, because of Buhari's alliance, it became an APC. So what I'm saying is that for for Peter Obi specifically as an individual coming out of the northeast, for him to gain any ground, he will have to align with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Without that, I don't see anything happening. Again, I align with I align with McNoon. Apart, even though he mentioned one candidate, but what I'm saying is that based on the politics of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for every possible position and for every calculation in 2027 and in 2031 or whatever, there are credible candidates from credible regions who have been positioned to gain experience for a possibility of them taking office in the future. Case in point, Wike. He is the minister of Abuja today. He's learning how to be diplomatic. He's been in contact with everybody. For Fashola, he was the Minister of Works, Housing, and I think three ministries. That gave him the same opportunity that Shehu Shagari had over Awolowo back in the 80s by being the minister, using state funds to travel to every single region in the country and understanding what is happening. You can't contest against somebody like that. So all I'm saying is that there are things we need to consider, but we also need to face reality. Facing reality in terms of looking at geopolitics and global what the global world stability wants. What do you think will happen if Peter Obi is the president and we have Islamic terrorists terrorizing Nigeria? What will be his decision? What do you think will happen? How will he balance? And this is an important question that was thrown to him that pained my heart that he couldn't answer. How will he balance this issue of what is going on in the north? You know, these are things people look at. So at the end of the day, it's not election is not won. It goes two ways. It's not won by online popularity or offline popularity. It is won by reality. And this is what happened in the United States of America the first time when Trump went up against Hillary Clinton. Yes, you might not be able to speak well, you might not say what the people want, but the people will decide who they want. Hillary Clinton will answer questions for 30 minutes on international security, and Trump will say, "You're going to jail. You are going to jail. You are going to jail. You and your husband, you're thieves." And they voted for him. Yes, he was a criminal. They charged him to court, blah, 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 blah. Another president came, but he came back again. This demonstrates the voting power of the people who want to vote, regardless of their party. So all I'm saying is that across board, across board, whether LP, whether ADC, whether PDP, whether APC, there will be people that will still vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. So the issue of it is my turn, it is not my turn, it has to do with the party and it has to do with loyalty. So once you don't seem or present yourself as a loyal person and you seem that your interest comes first before the party, that is the red flag for politicians, to have alliance with you. So let me just land my plane there, and let me just add: when people are speaking and they're communicating, let's understand that people will use different methods to communicate. I may lie, and in that lie hide the truth, or I may speak the truth, and in that truth hide a lie. So I may use a figure of speech, I might use a metaphor, I might use anything. It depends on who is listening and who is ready to understand the message that I have presented. So again, Mazi, let me use that. Let me land with this. Peace be upon you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going by new speakers. I beg. Let me get Omo Niger. Then I will come back to you, Steve Nolu. Then I'll have Doggy. I will have. I'm calling by. If you didn't raise your hand, I wouldn't know whether you want to speak or you want to decorize my deco to come and be a decorate in my speaker session. I didn't know whether you want to come and be. I didn't know what you want to come and be chairman. Then I'll have Omo logo. I guess so. Yeah. After Doggy, then we'll have Omo logo. Let's have Omo Niger. Omo Niger, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. Thank you, Mazi. I greet everybody.
Omo Niger, Happy New Year.
Um, Happy New Year, Mazi. Uh, Happy New Year, everyone. So yes, turn by turn. Me, I don't really want to talk about turn by turn because it's such a difficult conversation. Where do we even want to start from? Because whenever we enter into a conversation that in any way goes against the political status quo, I see people that are always for reform being like, oh no, this is how it's done. No, we know this is how it's done. We're saying it can be done in a more efficient way. But whenever it has to relate with the political ecosystem, all I keep hearing every time is No, don't touch it. Just leave it as it is. Don't. It gets frustrating. I'm not even talking specifically about this or anything. I'm just generally, whenever it has to do with anything in the political sphere, it's as though we don't care about inefficiency again. It's just let's just use it as it is. And it gets crazy because at some point somebody is going to ask, like, okay, so what of in other issues? Like, extend the same grace to other issues now, and then you won't have an excuse because you're expressing all these opinions publicly and they'll be used against you. Anyways, who do I want? Me, I'm going to talk about 2027. I like 2027. 2027 is sweet. It's looking nice, right? President Tinubu is controlling the governors in the north, central, the southeast. Sorry, the southeast, the south, the southwest, right? Majority of the northwest, right? I think like half or more of the northeast as well. It's crazy, right? But Tinubu definitely is winning the next election, and it's not going to be much of a contest. And that is why I believe people like Wiki, even if he loses River State, he will still not put to the opposition because half bread is better than kuli kuli. He will not go where he will not see anything because they will lose, and he knows they will lose. So you stay where you can at least see half bread shop, and that's what I think will happen with that guy. But like, let's look at it. And I don't know why some people still insist and want to be deceiving themselves. Like, let it go. It's not, you can cut your losses now. You don't have to wait till after the election. We'll still use it to yab you that, after everything, the guy you supported still lost. It's better for you to jump ship now, especially if you were supporting Tinubu before. If you know I'm talking to you, you know this is for you. It's better to jump the ship and come back now. Stop staying where you will lose. It's not good to be a loser. Yes. You see, one of the only reasons why me personally, I'm not going to stop talking about problems that I see in APC, even though I am not an APC member. But I don't particularly blame APC, more than I blame other political parties because every single thing that APC is guilty of, every single political party, no matter how small, is guilty of the same thing. So it's just like, mm, until we get a political party that actually, you know, has ideals and is actually APC is even better than most of these other political parties, like, to be honest, maintaining party discipline and stuff like that, right? All those other political parties are just SPVs, vehicles, jump in and jump out, right? So far, so good for APC. They've been able to manage it, right? But there's still a lot that can be done better. And that's what sometimes we're trying to say, right? That, okay, look, APC is doing this better than other people. It doesn't mean they are doing everything perfectly, right? So there are ways they can still do it better. But we always have this fear, this imaginary, this electoral fear of losing. I don't know. It is the phobia of every politician. So the moment they say, let's change this, it's like, but this is how we won last election. Please, please, please don't change it. Right? Regardless of whatever will come for it, we don't even want to know what will come out from it. It's like just don't change it because of the potential votes. But life will not end after one election cycle, right? Um, I guess parties have to come up with a way to make their members also consider the life of the party, the future of the party, right? They should have people who, when strategizing, when thinking, be thinking beyond personal interests and be thinking for the general party interest, party stability, those kind of things. So 2027, I think it is set in stone. 2031, on the other hand, is going to be interesting. We have Wiki, who maybe he won't be on the ballot, maybe, but he will have somebody on the ballot through PDP, or he himself may even be on the ballot. Who knows? Because they're not doing well for zoning. Himself used that one as an excuse. Say, they cheat me when it was my turn. Me too, I'm doing it back. Right? So who says he won't even be on the ballot in 2031? Right? And then we have all the people that will be coming out from APC. Assuming APC is able to manage their internal conflict in 2031 and the presidential candidate is able to emerge and gather majority support, from APC members, I believe APC will still win 2031. The party has become a giant, bigger than, you know, anything these other parties can compare to. Even if Wike is able to successfully gain control of PDP at the end of the day, like he as well will still just be crushed in the past. But I still think it's not a bad idea to have a Fubara to manage Wike's growing influence, at least from a strategic point of view. It's not a bad idea. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to me, everybody, and Uncle Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you, Omanaja. Thank you. Okay, let's have Sidinolu. We'll have Doggy. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much for allowing me to speak again. I think, Mazi, sometimes you need to listen to a conversation. When I spoke before, I spoke a lot about the fact that Atiku is not someone that can lead Nigeria based on his antecedents as a vice president and even now as a private citizen. He hasn't done anything that shows he has the capacity to lead a complex country like Nigeria beyond him and his son saying, oh, I married a Yoruba woman, I married a this, I'm a unifier. I mean, you were there on the space. It was even your own space where his son was saying these things. You were the one who was even challenging him. But now I'm saying these things to you and you are challenging me. Like, that doesn't make sense. And anyway, the last part of my conversation where I said there's going to be a urbanization agenda, that was only said to rile up the people who were talking absolute nonsense. And it worked. Because people are not literally listening to what people say. You can say 10 things that are relevant to the conversation, but the minute you say something that doesn't chime with them, that is even more of a sarcastic comment, the next thing the whole space blows up. But how is it possible to urbanize Nigeria, please? Like, come on, use your common sense.
But are you
It's
talking
not
now? But
possible.
are you talking now?
Listen, do you understand the difference between sarcasm? Like, please look in the English Oxford Dictionary. Please, I beg of you, if you can, if you can. So these are the problems that we have as Nigerians. We don't listen to each other. All we want to do is use our biases. Oh, maybe I don't like this person, so anything he says that's good, I'm not going to listen to that part. That's bias. Like, just listen to yourself. People were here talking about Islamization agenda in Nigeria. People like myself were speaking against it and saying that is an impossibility. However, let us be truthful also to ourselves. Are there many Muslims in this country, especially in the north, that voted for Tinubu because he's a Muslim? 110% yes. Are there clerics who were campaigning for Tinubu because he's a Muslim? 100% yes. And if you want to deny it, that's your problem. Now, were there Christian pastors preaching vote for Peter Obi because he's a Christian in this same country in the south of Nigeria, in the southwest, southeast. Of course they were. You would be a fool to say that was not the truth of the matter. The same Peter Obi who went to church to say, "Church, take back your country." Was he referring to Muslims and Christians? No. So we are telling you what these people said, and in a sarcastic way, answering you back to tell you, look, all these shenanigans you do, whether by tribe, whether, like, for example, El Rufai, when he talks about Tinubu's government is a Yoruba government, and many northern politicians have said it, and some southern politicians have said it, who are not from the southwest. Let's be clear about this. Let's not lie to ourselves. They've said it. The records are there. Am I the one who put it in El Rufai's mouth or in some of the mouths of all the other PDP and ADC people? No. Or even, what's his name, Babache Lawal, or what's his name again, Amechi and all these other people. They said it. It is a fact. It is a statement of fact. That is the politics they are playing, because that is the lens with which they used to look at Nigeria. I don't look at Nigeria like that, because I just want to win an election. So I really don't care for your sentiment. I don't care for your emotion. Neither do I care whether your group has been president before or your region has never been. I honestly don't care, because politics is not about morality. Politics is about winning. I am not the president. I am not the APC leader. So therefore, your anger that you have towards whatever I say, you should use it to do introspection and ask yourself this simple question. If I want to win an election, have I gone outside of my own community? Have I gone outside of my LGA, my state, or my particular region to go and win that election by seeking the votes of every Nigerian in every nook and cranny of Nigeria? There are 774 local government areas. Have you gone to all those places to convince those people that they should vote for you? You cannot force Nigerians to vote for you based on tribe, based on religion, even though it does happen. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. It does happen. But you cannot force Nigerians. Some Nigerians will vote for you because you were my former state governor. Some Nigerians will vote because you were my former senator or you were my former House of Rep member. Are they bigots? Are they tribalists? No, they're not. They're voting for what they consider to be someone who is competent according to their own metric or their own method of measuring competency. For me, and let me state this clearly, Peter Obi is a failure, is a catastrophic failure. He could not transform Anambra State. He cannot transform Nigeria. He talks about consumption to production, but did not even produce anything in Anambra. Atiku talks about he's the great unifier, yet he cannot unify Adamawa State PDP. He cannot unify. In fact, the governor of Adamawa State, Fintiri, is not even in his corner. He doesn't even support Atiku. So what are we talking about? So Atiku has been running, 4, 5, 6 times now for presidency since the days of SDP and NRC in the 1990s, when Abiola's election was annulled by Ibrahim Babangida. Atiku has been running for presidency since then. He became vice president 1999 to 2007. What did he achieve, please? What did he achieve? He didn't achieve anything beyond his own business, his selfish interest being the only thing that mattered to him, making money for his business, which is a legitimate thing he should do. If I encourage every Nigerian to be selfish, go out there and make money for yourself, your family. Don't play morality, because it doesn't get you anything. So Atiku was vice president when the Zaki Biam massacre, genocide happened in the same country, in Benue State. The same Atiku was vice president when they were doling out $16 billion to build power stations and repair NEPA in this country for electricity. What happened to the money? Atiku came on TV to tell you, forgive us. We don't know what happened, but we know we gave some money to some people, but they didn't do the work. Is that the kind of person I want to be a president of this nation? God forbid. The same guy was vice president when the Odi massacre happened. When in Bayelsa State, Obasanjo commanded the Nigerian army to go and flatten a town in this same country, and he was the vice president. Did he protest? Did he say anything? No, he didn't. because he was part of the same PDP that took that decision. In 2003 to 2007, go and check the records. The PDP rigged out every single one of the Alliance for Democracy governors in the Southwest. The only one that was left standing who fought back against Obasanjo and Atiku was Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That was the only one. He then left that party to go and form AC and then ACN. That is the only person. And that is how Lagos didn't come under the control of the PDP, Atiku, Obasanjo, and his fellow PDP politicians. That's the only reason. If PDP had been in control of Lagos in 2003, I doubt Lagos will be the Lagos of today. Because, and how do we know this? Just go and look at any PDP state that PDP was governing since 1999 and come back and tell me how that state has fared. I mean, you could look at places like Akwa Ibom. They've done very well, to be fair, because they've had some governors that had vision in that place, Apabio and some other people. The same with River State as well, to be honest, and to be very fair and frank. But if you look at many other states in this federation, they have failed. Because Nigeria today is suffering the consequences of the decisions made by the PDP between 1999 and 2015. We're suffering the consequences. And that's a matter of fact. So when PDP politicians come and start talking of, oh, it's my turn, it's this, it's that. I mean, are you really, you're out of your mind because you think Nigerians have forgotten the damage you did to this country. There used to be a steel rolling company that used electric arc furnaces I think it was in Delta State, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. That company was dismantled under the PDP. We used to make iron rods that you use for making your decking for your house for concrete in this country. A few years ago, it was this same PDP that dismantled and dismembered that company. Why? For their own personal and selfish gains. So why should we then say an Atiku is a unifier or an Atiku is someone who has your interest at heart? Whether you are in Ibadan, whether you are in Sokoto, whether you are in Borno, whether you are in Kaduna or in Benue or in Lokogoma, or you are in what's it called in Taiwo Isale in Ilorin or whatever. These guys are not for you. Now, is Tinubu the best person for the job? I will say that for me personally, I go on what he did in Lagos. Simple, because the record speaks for itself. It doesn't need to be about tribe. It doesn't need to be about religion. If you think I'm voting for him or supporting him because he's a Yoruba man, that is your business. I actually really, literally, I don't care because your opinion doesn't matter to me in who I vote for. Same way, my opinion should not matter to you. Go and vote for the candidate you believe aligns with the interest of growing the economy, growing your local government, growing your state economy, growing the Nigerian national project, providing jobs for poor people in this country, in all 36 states and the FCT. Go and vote for the person you think can do it. If you think it's Peter Obi, go and vote for him. If you think it's Atiku, go and do so. If you think it's Amechi, please. If you think it's Oshimbajo, go and do so. If you think it's Makinde of the PDP or Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, go and do so. But one thing you will not do, and it's impossible, we are now in 2026, not 1952. You cannot force Nigerians to say it must be my turn or else. No, it's not possible. We're in a democracy. If you don't have the votes, the majority votes, unfortunately, you will never be president. But the day you have the majority votes, you will be president. And unfortunately, you see, in politics, you have to form alliances with everybody, with most people. And if you cannot form it because you feel you are better than those people, or that you think you have a manifest destiny from God, you are never going to win an election in Nigeria. Now, do I support turn by turn? Personally, I don't support it. I'm not interested in is the turn of the North, is the turn of the South. I really don't care who rules Nigeria. As long as that person is a competent individual that has demonstrated, and notice in quotes, that has demonstrated the capacity to govern a complex country like Nigeria, which Tinubu has done in Lagos, because Lagos is a mini Nigeria. And there are many groups there, many religions, and all so on and so forth. But he has demonstrated the ability to increase internally generated revenue, increase jobs, increase the workability of the business environment for investors. He has he has demonstrated the ability to ensure there is a low amount of out of school children in his state by having free primary secondary school education and ensuring the state pays for your WAEC fees, pays for your jam and various other things,
Oh
whether you are.
yeah, Citizen Olujo Shanu.
Please. Just I will land shortly. Just please. Thank you. Other people spoke for a while.
Please try and round up.
So
We're
yeah,
not going to finish
I'll
here.
round up. I'll
Just,
round
you
up.
have
I'll
30
round.
seconds. 30 seconds.
Why is it you guys you get
30
triggered when I
seconds.
speak?
30
But it's
seconds,
okay.
please.
No
30
wala.
seconds, please.
No wala. It's Tinubu that in Lagos he was able to give free education to all Nigerians, regardless of background, regardless of religion, state of origin. That is the kind of person that can govern this country. So if Tinubu runs in any party, I will support him. Now, if a Makinde runs and he's a Yoruba man, I will never support him. Why? Because I don't believe that he's a governor that knows how to govern a complex country like Nigeria. And the same with Adeleke in Osun State. And the same with Dakwa Abiodun in Ogun State. If he ran to be, he can be a state governor, he's not too bad. But as a president of a country, I would not support those people, even though they're Yoruba people like myself. That's just a fact. But in the end, look, I personally, I don't support turn by turn. But the party I support, because it's not in the constitution anyway, the party I support, which is the APC, does an agreement with its own members, not with the PDP, with its own members, and said we are doing north, south, south, north. So therefore, I must support it by force. However, my own personal opinion is I do not support turn by turn. Now, lastly, before I drop the mic, when you look at the primary elections for APC in 2022, you will see that there were over 15 candidates, and they were not just from the south. They were from the south, the north, southwest, south, southeast, northwest, northeast, north central. They didn't respect the fact that we had this dichotomy of it's the turn of the south. They didn't respect it. One part of the country didn't respect it. They still ran
Okay.
candidates in those elections. So in the end, I don't support it. If you can win, go ahead and win. Thank you.
Thank you, Doggy. Please go ahead.
Let me quickly go before Doggy. I think,
Doggy,
please,
are
I
you there?
beg.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Thank you. Thank,
Hold on,
thank.
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Doggy,
here.
please now.
I'm not hold on.
No. I'm actually busy. It's my turn. This guy make this guy hold on. Good afternoon, everybody. First, good afternoon. Before I forget, I'm a good boy. Yes, I know. I have manners. Sometimes when we speak, it is good for us to actually bite our tongues and think about the things we say when we say it, so that we make sure that what we're saying is not pointing directly at us. No, no, that's not it. When some people speak, no, when some persons speak, let them be sure that what they are saying is not pointing directly at him. I want to be specific, and that is Amun Ra. Amun, sometimes whenever you come pick up the mic, your next attack is the north. Born to rule, born to rule. Power must return to the north. Born to rule, return to the north. But what you're saying is pointing directly at you. We had a Yoruba president in 1999 to 2007. We're having another Yoruba president now. It's not a problem for you. When Nonso came here, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, whenever he comes to say this thing, you see us attacking. Me and Maz will attack him. We say, no, don't say this thing. Don't say it. Go to the poll, get the ticket, get yourself on the ballot, win. But every time you talk, you must attack the North. But the same thing is pointing at you directly. That same born to rule mentality that you're always talking about, it is in you. But you will never see. That is the worst form of hypocrisy. The same thing you're doing, you're condemning in another person. Then if you cannot see that in Nigeria in the south, that power have resided with the Yorubas with the west, but then you want to complain we reside with the north, that is the worst form of hypocrisy, and it must end in this country. It has to end. This bigotry, discrimination that we do with our full confidence, you come to the public and you start saying rubbish because you want to attack a particular people. This is 2026. It should have stopped in 2000. It did not stop. 2010, it did not stop. 2015, it did not stop. 2020, it did not stop. 2025, it did not stop. It must stop in this 2026. Let us grow up. This hatred on particular people, let us grow up, because the power since 1999. How many presidents you have? Two. The North has 1.5. The North had 1.5. Buhari and Yaradua. Yaradua died. A Satana took over. But you who have had one complete and another one now is having almost a complete tenure. And possibly you are even campaigning
The
for him
North
to go
had
again.
one quarter. One quarter. That's what they have. Not 1.5. One quarter.
Good. 1/4. But he himself now, Moon, he has had one. And he's campaigning for his own person to go for the next one. But he has the temerity to come and condemn the North. Born to rule. Amun, think before you speak. You're not talking to fools. And the worst part of it is the bigots are always the one that will fight other people for bigotry or nepotism or discrimination or anything. So that's bigotry you're doing here. For me, I don't care. I've said it many times. I don't care where anybody is coming from. As far as you're competent, I will support you. I don't care. Don't give a fuck about it. But you who cares it does not even bother you that your own brother have had. I mean, you have two brothers now that have like they have enjoyed that position. And I know that if another person come, you, Yoruba centric person, will still vote for that person. But now you're against the North. Mind you, we don't have just one North. Oh. The same way we have three South, we have three Norths. You don't care. But when we come to the South, we have your brother that have enjoyed that position 2 times among the 3 Souths. So I beg, not even bring me to this conversation of discrimination and identity, because before people start misunderstanding me and thinking I am fighting because whatever. I just want to point it out to you that whatever it is you are complaining about, it is in you. You are doing it. You are doing it. If you tell people not to contest in 2027 because we have Obasanjo before, then I will take you serious. Until then, I will take you serious. For now, you're just talking rubbish. Am I still audible, please? Am I still audible,
You are.
please? Okay, sorry, the battery of my different died. The battery of my Bluetooth died. Anyway, back to the matter, back to the topic. Am I still audible, please?
Yes, you are talking.
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's connected. So, like I was saying, coming back to the topic, Mazi and anybody that is here, I'll ask a question. Buhari contested in 2003. He got 12 point something million, came second. Had it been he won, would it have been turn by turn, like that turn by turn? Would it have been respected? Has somebody answer me?
Thank you for that question, But but let's go
That's
ahead.
why whoever wants to go for the president, go for it. If you win, you win. Let's
My
forget this
question,
thing.
my question is simple. Had it been he won, would we have been still be respecting that turn by turn?
No. The answer is
Good.
no. The answer is
Thank you very
no.
much. Thank you very much. He contested in 2011 against Jonathan. Had it been he won, are we still respecting turn by turn?
No. The answer is capital N no.
Atiku ran in 2023. Had even he won, would we still be respecting turn by turn?
Capital N-O, and that's the whole point of
We
what I
have
said.
we have
Capital
never
N-O.
respected turn by turn in this country. We haven't. It has never happened. Because I don't know any election in this country that Igbo man did not contest in, Yoruba did not contest in, Hausa did not contest in. 2023, after Buhari, Lawan contested. Only that he did not get the ticket. I mean, he got the ticket, he would have been on the ballot. Where is turn by turn? We don't respect turn by turn. It is what political parties do, what they agree with themselves. PDP may say, after South, we're going to the North, which they have not been respecting. APC may say, after North, we're going to the South. The only people that have actually done it is the APC Northern, I think Northwestern political bloc, who have said, no, we're not contesting, we're giving power to the South, the Aerofiles and co. But not all of them. And it's not what Nigerians have agreed on. Because Shawore ran in 2019 against Buhari. You may say it's a mushroom party. Yes, he was there. He was on the ballot. 2003 Ojukwu ran, 2007 Ojukwu ran. Yes, he ran. Had it been he won, he would have been on the ballot. He would have been the president. So as far as somebody have run for that presidency, when it is the northern turn, there is somebody from the south that is running. Don't tell me it's not a heavyweight. It's mushroom party. You don't take him serious. I'm not buying that rubbish. You run because you think you will win. If it's turn by turn, when it's the northern turn, no southerner will run. When it's southern turn, no northerner will run. That is when I will take you guys serious. For this time, it is just a mere mouth something. Because when I check the political landscape and the competition, how it has been done all the while, I have not seen that turn by turn. It has never happened. It has never happened because Atiku would have won 2023. Buhari would have won 2003. Buhari would have won 2011. He went to court to go and contest that he did not win. Why? Because he wanted to win. So tell me about this turn by turn. I want to understand it. I want to know where it has happened in Nigeria. I exactly want to know when and where it has happened in Nigeria. Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not expressing it. But in case you will ask me, I will keep on. I've said it many times. Even in 2031, after Bola Tinubu, I see Umahi on the bus. I will campaign heavily for him. I see Sanwo-Olu on the bus. I will campaign heavily for him. I
What
don't
of
care what.
Fashola? What of Fashola?
We will die there now. That one are dead now. So I don't care whether Yoruba is succeeding in Yoruba. I don't care whether a Christian is succeeding a Christian. I don't care whether a Southerner is succeeding a Southerner. Me, Douglas Osigi became a DNI. I don't give an F. It does not interest me. German will say, es interested mich nicht. I'm not doing turn by turn with anybody. I want the best candidate. The best competent candidate is what I want. I don't care their religion. I don't care their tribe. I don't care their ethnicity. I don't care their region. I don't care. I don't care. It does not interest me. Because if we are doing turn by turn, possibly let me say it is turn of the north and they present Matawale against Fashola from the south after Tinubu has finished. I'm just giving an instance. And I'll be voting Matawale against Fashola because my head no correct. Let me assume in 2039, when power return to the south, I see Sanwo-Olu against Okezi Ikpeazu on the box. And I will leave for Sanwo-Olu and be voting Okezi Ikpeazu because it is turn of the southeast. No, now I care about the country. I don't care about terms. I see Nigeria as a unit, as a one particular unit. That's what I see. In 2031, I see Umahi against Autumn. And because it's turn of the north, I will leave Umahi and be voting Autumn. I dey smoke Igbo without cigar because I want to respect turn. I will be injuring Nigeria. I will be disadvantaging Nigerians from getting the spoils of democracy from that person who can deliver it. Imagine we said in 2023, no, we have to vote Obi. He's a Christian. A Muslim cannot succeed a Muslim. When I go get a number for Nigeria now, yes, when I go hear word. But someone like me said, no, I want to go for competency. I don't care where he's from. I don't care his religion. I don't care about these things. Give me the best competent, the best qualified candidate. That's what I want. And I will vote for that person. So in the next election, 2031, I see, and I'm saying with my full chest, a Yoruba that is the most competent, that is a Muslim. Even with another Muslim from the north, I will cast my vote for him. I see an Igbo that is the most competent, even with a Christian. I will vote for him. I don't care what I don't give a fuck about this. Not this turn by turn this rotation. It does not interest me, and it will never interest me. It will never interest me. There are qualified candidates from the north. I know. There are from the south. I know. There are from Yoruba. I know. There are from Igbo. I know. There are from Nupe. I know. But how many ethnic groups do we have in Nigeria? Should we consider all of them? We can't consider all of them. Omologo, sorry, I'm concluding. How many judges in Nigeria do we have? We have 6. Though not constitutional. All of them cannot be president at the same time. All of them can't be presidents at the same time. So we have good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. That's comparison. That there is a good candidate from the northeast, which may, when we want to talk about not turn by turn, or not central, that may be qualified, that somebody may say it is their turn. But he is good. Yes, he's good. Very good. But there is a better one from Edo. That is South. Though we have had a Southern candidate, a Southern president before, Southern president before. But this person have to be the best. I will go for the best. Why will I go for somebody who is not that qualified? Or okay, somebody who is good from the north because I want to respect rotation. Then I leave the best for Nigeria. I'm not gonna do it. If I do, I make I die. If I do, I make my spirit die after I don't die safe. Even I see my spirit, me when I arrest them, kill them, bury them, join. I will never try that rubbish. I will not do it to anybody. I will not do it for anybody. I will not do it to anybody. Because that is to disadvantage Nigeria. So me, in conclusion, Douglas Osiki became me. I don't care about rotation. I don't care turn by turn. I don't care who has never ruled before. I don't care who will rule next. Oh no, I care about who will rule next. Yes. I care about who will rule next. Because that person must be the most competent candidate. And I don't care about their religion. I don't care about their ethnicity. I don't care about their region. I don't care about their culture. I don't care about anything. I care about how qualified that person is. And if that person is the most qualified, he becomes my candidate. Thank you very much.
Doug, are you not considering the fact that we have over 300 and some ethnicity in Nigeria
And
who
that
are
and,
yearning
and
for
that thing that you're considering, that is why it makes no sense to be thinking about turn by turn. Because if you're
no,
going turn
no,
by
no.
turn,
We are talking about the representative, right? We are talking about how inclusive. I mean, that kind of feeling that it is my
the
people.
people that are talking about turn
I'm
by
not.
turn don't care about turn by turn. They don't care about turn by turn. I will tell you
Are you
that with my
serious
full
about?
chest.
Are you,
Hold,
but
I will prove it
there's
to you
no,
now.
there's no way.
I will
There's no
prove it to
way.
you. I will prove it to you. I'll
No,
prove it to you.
no. You have
Let,
already proved it, but there is
no, no,
no
no.
way. But that.
Let me further buttress it now, and I will give you example that will touch you directly now. You, Maze. In Anambra, we have a galas. Nobody has ever considered them to be governor of Anambra State. In Enugu, we have a galas. Nobody has ever considered them to be governor of Enugu State. In Ebonyi State, we have Muslims. Nobody has ever considered them to say, oh, let Muslim be governor. We haven't. In Enugu, we have Muslims. Nobody has ever said, oh, it has only been Christians. Let's try Muslim.
And there are Igalas in Enugu as well. Oh.
Yeah, we have Igalas in Enugu. Nobody has, even when they appointed an Igala person as the chief of naval staff, you heard what happened by the same Igbos who have been shouting, no one from the southeast. They gave somebody from the south because that person is not Igbo, but Igala. The people started shouting. Not everybody. People started shouting. Why are they shouting?
Oh, that one interstate politics. Now we are talking about national
Oh
politics.
God, shut up, B. We cannot say interstate politics. What applies here must apply. I'm just trying to prove to you that the people that are
Una
shouting
don
this
dey
turn by
bully
turn
me.
don't give a
Una don
fuck
dey
about
bully me
turn by.
now.
No, no, Mazi,
Una don't see
Mazi,
him now.
Mazi, Mazi,
Una
Adam,
don't see.
okay, Mazi. Let them present an Edo man. No, not Edo man. A Bini man, a Bini by tribe, by ethnicity. I think there are some of them that are in Ondo State, if I'm not mistaken. I think there are some of them that are from Ondo State. Present
You
him.
are right.
Yeah. Present that particular person now against a Yoruba person. Make you see politics. All from Southwest, though, but not Yoruba. Present that person. Let us try something. Present Ikwere man now against Igbo person. See politics. Man, well, the people that are talking about Dobeto, they don't care. They don't care. They give no fuck about it. A
Doggy,
South,
doggy,
hold on, quick
doggy.
one. Quick one now. A South Southerner has been president before. Present somebody from Ibanke, which is Igbo from South, that is more qualified and more competent against an Igbo person from Anambra State in the next election. Try it and see politics now. That's when they will remind you that this person, South have led before. Then you will tell them, oh, but he's an Igbo. Now they'll tell you, no, that Igbo may keep on there. Now South Igbo be that person. Mazi, forget it. We don't care about turn by turn. We don't care. We don't give a fuck about it. We just say it when it favors us.
Oh, we should jettison it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Throw it on the doors. Even anybody that's talking about it should be arrested and even prosecuted itself. Because you are not serious to yourself. I said it. My name is Douglas Osiki Bekemedi and I.
Doggy, I want you to just touch on this. Do you think
Yeah, I see
we're
you, my
getting,
brother. I see you.
wait,
Go ahead.
I beg this question. Do you think we're getting the best to rule us, or we're just being sentiment because of which tribe or which religion we belong to?
For me, I think the last election 2023 we got the best. Because I don't know who is as near. Even comparing anybody to Bola Tinubu, it should be a punishable offense. Yes, now me talk am. My name is Douglas Otiki Bekeme. Thinking about how he led Lagos, what he did in Lagos, if you want to be sincere to yourself, to compare him with anybody, thank God we stood our ground against people that try to bully us. And that is the time I think we got the best. Buhari is not bad, but I think he's too soft. The things he did, I'm pleased with him. But I mean, there are things he couldn't do, like removing the subsidy when they were telling him to harmonize our forex and otherwise that he didn't do. He went ahead printing money otherwise. All those things, I think it's. But you know, those things that people were afraid to do, he did all of them. I don't want to be popular to you. I want to reshape Nigeria. That kind of president is. I mean, when we were campaigning, some of you that remember that time, there was one particular day I said it. Somebody asked me why I want him. I said I want him because he's sagacious and tenacious. He gives no fuck about your feeling. Don't care about how you feel. Those things he did in Lagos, he's coming to do it. And thank God I'm vindicated. He's doing that because when he came to Lagos, they did not like him. He was unpopular at first. It was when people started seeing what he was doing that they said, okay, yeah, let's go with this man. And when he came to Nigeria, he did the same thing. They did not like him. Today, they are liking him. Because people are now seeing those things he did. He does not care about your popularity, your acceptance, or anything. And that's the kind of person I am. I don't care whether you accept me or not. I give no fuck about it. I do what is right. I say what is right. I follow what is right. So when I see somebody that will give me that kind of leadership, I go there. Yes, we did it right in 2023. And I think that is the very first time we did it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
thank you for your brilliant submission.
Let's have a Mologo, then we'll have Shay. Shay, thank you so much for joining us. Bamidele, we'll
Thank
wait.
you so much.
I'm going to give with you. Go. Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Doggy. Doggy made most of my submissions, so I won't take too
Yeah, drop.
long.
Now, don't speak with
Wait
you.
now. Let me talk. I beg.
Omologo, you no go thank me.
See, Jibusa, I salute you. I thought you would have changed your name now to General Atiku.
No, General Musa is dealing with bandits, and that's what I want. So let him keep dealing with them.
I think you should change your name to Atiku. Actually.
For God forbid bad thing. That guy must bring our $16 billion. That's God forbid.
Okay. You made me laugh so, so much. Thank you, everybody. So first of all, I'll just add to what Doggy has stated, that very good submission in regard that if you want to even look at it, Mr. Atiku is the current person that is still breaking anything called turn by turn. So if you want to really fight the argument of turn by turn, Atiku is one that is alive that we can go and meet now that stop running in the turn of so and so. You cannot go and be talking to people who are not in your party, then to go and say you need turn by turn. Atiku is one that is not every time he runs. Every time he runs. So if we are to follow his own pattern, everybody too has a pure right to run at his own time, at any time that he feels that is best for him. President Tinubu didn't run. He had the whole structure of party since 1999, but he didn't choke his head. He waited for when it's best for him, and he went for it. You will not see somebody who has been networking, reaching out, struggling to build bridges all over the place, and he now sees his own time that this is the opportunity that has come for me. He should now go and sit down and say, no, it's not. I should go and wait for turn. He will not. He will take the opportunity when you get to your own what they call it, your own local politics in your state. Try it first, then we'll agree with you. Try it that okay, like he has said, let Igala first be governor of Anambra. At least they are
Thank
indigenous
you.
of Anambra. So go and start it from there, push them and say, okay, yes, you to come and be. And it's across the country. It's not only this. Go to Benue. There are some people, some tribe that they cannot even see commissioner, talk less, talk less of
Juku
this
in
thing.
Benue. Juku in Benue.
They
Idoma in Benue State cannot be governor in Benue State. Idoma.
talk less of this. The best they can be is to be their local government chairman. And that one, some of them, they will not even let them be because the governors have pocketed the local government into their hands until this president came and started pushing that local government should be independent, which will make those local governments be able to elect people who are their own people originally from that place. So it's so easy to sit back and say that okay, a turn by turn should only be done in the center, that's in Abuja, but never be done in your own state where you are coming from. So before you come forward to come and talk about turn by turn, look back in your state and say, have we been fair to everybody in my state? Have we been genuinely fair to everybody? Then you can now have a right to come and speak that yes, we have been fair to everybody in my state, and then I can now push for it across the nation. So President Tinubu has shown capacity. Today, the good news that he just gave us is that signing of agreement between UAE and Nigeria. That's the UAE Nigeria Investor Summit. It will be holding every year. No president has talked about it. Whereby same thing that was similarly done in Lagos, where they did Lagos summit, something that kept on attracting investors to Lagos. Kaduna too adopted it, and Kaduna today investors are also going there. Nigeria as a whole has now adopted it with the UAE, and investors from UAE will be coming to Nigeria through that channel every year to see the opportunities they can invest in. That's a president that has foresight. He's not a president that will sit back and just look for what is only for media. Yeah, I mean, and then go ahead and only put money there. If it's not for him, it will. Today, the refinery that everybody is shouting was still a foresight idea from when he was governor. That he made Lagos, what they call that place, Lagos, Lekki Free Trade Zone to happen.
For long time foresight, long time foresight. So across the country, like we have said, and it will be difficult. Let me say narrow down a bit. I've been saying it even before the primaries that time. I threw my support a bit for Umai because I was following his strides as a governor in the southeast. You know, but I was wondering when people now started running after Obi that, hey, Obi. This same Obi that all the tweets when he was governor, no single tweet praised him. No single from it wasn't a tribal issue. So not that the other tribe hates him. Yeah, all his people, all his tribe, all his everything from the same state. No single tweet praised him. All of them, all 9 out of 10. Let me be magnanimous. 9 out of 10 all castigated him, and then you are now telling us that he's the best thing since tomato. So if tomorrow now Umai wants to run and Oti wants to run, who do you think I'll be supporting? Let's be fair to ourselves. Let's even be fair to ourselves. So if you go and push Oti and maybe APC is pushing Umai, we all know who the best candidate genuinely is, even among two. If we want to be genuine among ourselves, let's leave propaganda. So let the best candidates win. However, let's also network. Let's also network. Don't go ahead and insult other tribes, insult other people, insult everybody. And then when election is drawing close, you now begin to tell them that, oh, they are the best things since tomato bread. And then you begin to bring them close by force. No, across the years, begin to build relationship. Yeah, you might not have had a good history with them, but you now need to begin to build relationship. The way the founders of the constitution made it is such that you cannot win alone. Buhari couldn't win alone with all his 11 million votes. You need to network across the Niger. So long we are together, you need to just network. North must talk to South, South must talk to North. Nobody, no matter your number, you cannot win alone. That's the way they've structured it. So if you now sit back and begin to insult other people, wait for you till election time. And they will make up what is best for their own interest. That's just the reality. It's just the pure reality. They will wait. So now is the time. Start building relationship. If you know that you are not going to, you just run 2027, 2020, you are high in 2039. Good. Start building relationship from now. 2039, start building relationship. Don't begin to go and be insulting other people or insulting your host and then expect them to come and vote for you after you have gaslighted them for so many years. Now is the time to start building relationship across the Niger. Tinubu did it. What many people don't know was that many people felt that Tinubu was only building relationship with Buhari. No. I followed his campaign at a point in time so much. I knew that, this man went all the way to Kano. I knew when he went to Kano to go and inspect Ganduje's project. That's relationship. Some other people were sitting back, insulting Ganduje, calling him Gandola. This. Okay, no problem. Tinubu went all the way to go and inspect his project, saw the bridges. Some of the best bridges in Nigeria today were built by this same Ganduje that people are insulting. Go check it out. He went there to go and inspect all. That's networking
Don't praise
across the.
Ganduje, don't do. Ganduje did not do anything, no. All this.
He did not do anything. I can share the project. If he did not do anything, I can show you his project, his bridge. That bridge is still the most beautiful in Nigeria today.
The only one bridge you go chop. Ganduje of all people.
I go show you. Take him. Now Ganduje still build the largest solar power in Nigeria. Him and the federal, they come together. The largest solar power project in Nigeria. Now Ganduje build them. I'm telling you the fact that Ganduje and federal government build that.
Steady power light now, Abi. His state is having a steady power light now.
It's not the entire state, but it's beautiful in industrial area / university. Is that not commendable?
So part of his state is having it now. Are they having it in their capital?
You see, don't be pedestrian, please. Let's just leave the fact.
When we want to discuss him, we'll discuss him.
Good. So I'm just telling you the essence of networking. Tinubu was already networking with each individual powerhouse in their states. Not even knowing that when it was going to get to 2023, President Buhari wants to maintain some level of distancing. It was those powerhouses at that point in time that came through for Tinubu. It was those powerhouses that eventually came through. The man in Sokoto, what's his name? I forgot his name now. The strong man in Sokoto that is his boy that is the governor today. You know, Tinubu had a connection with him, so he wasn't just sitting back and say, "Okay, Buhari, I brought in, then you help me." No, you have to network, you have to go around, you have to show intent to people, and then people also will give you back the handshake. That's how the constitutional framers have framed it. Let me stop there. Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Sheilo, I greet everybody. I greet you. I greet Mr. Bamidele, CJ, Doggy, Citizen Olu, everybody on display. Mark Noon, I throw a salute. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Sheyu, are you there? Happy New Year, Sheilo.
Happy New Year, Mazi.
It has been a while.
It's really been a while.
I saw waiting these people
It's
they
so
do
nice
you.
to. No, that one has become normal. So um, we allow them to enjoy themselves. Um, it's only in Nigeria that you correct a misinformation, and the next thing somebody tell you, and this one get children, oh, and you start wondering, were you expecting my children to live in your misinformation or something? You they tell me say you they want that this one get children. So because I get children now, I should allow misinformation to thrive. Or you think I will be like every other celebrity that keeps quiet because they don't want to lose a fan base, and so to speak the truth becomes a problem. The only truth that you want celebrity to speak is the ones that favor you, and not the one that doesn't align with your own submission or conviction. So me, I know they I know they down with that one. We must speak the truth. You know, considering Nigerian politics, I remember my first trip to Anambra was way back in 2009 when we went to do Glow Laughter Fest. Globalcom was the first company that took me to Anambra. And then I've had subsequent visits. And then the second major one was when the then deputy governor of CBN, who is now the Minister of Power, took me to one of his friends' father's burial. And it was a 3-day long event. And I was in Oka, you know. So I knew what I saw in Anambra at that time, and my visit to Ebonyi State was through Wilmot. When Wilmot went to do a show in the university, then Wilmot was schooling there, and I went to support him to do a show in Abakaliki, and subsequently I had been there like 3 or 4 times. And saying that is I'm just trying to show you that I knew Anambra at some point, and I know what Ebonyi State is. If you put a Peter Obi from the southeast and an engineer Dave Ubai side by side to contest an election, God knows that there is no way I will vote for a Peter Obi. God knows that. And like I wrote in 2023, no, I think in 2024, like I wrote in 2024, I said, Dave Umai should just deliver the coastal road. He should just deliver the coastal road. Let him deliver the coastal road and come out in 2039 if I will ever support anybody against him. I will never do that. And that is not because he has only just delivered the coastal road. He would have done things that will make me support him. Staying true to the plan is something that I respect with Engineer Dave Umahi. Championing the inclusion of concrete technology in the making of our road is something that I will always respect him for. And then again, as somebody who is from Ondo State and the
uh, riverine area, knowing what the benefit of the coastal road will be to my people. I'm not sure anybody will convince me otherwise to support him if he delivers on that project. You see, while there is a systemic uh, and undiscussed or unconstitutionalized south versus northern region in terms of national politics, we can't rule that out. But you see, when it comes to the south or the north, at the end of the day, the parties decide who to put forward. And when the party put people forward, we now have to look at how well do I know these people? What is the competence of this person that I'm going to be supporting? And you know, as somebody who supported Ashwaju in 2023, I've always stated it. I never supported Buhari. I never voted for Buhari. And it isn't because Buhari didn't do things that are good, but because I have my reservation towards Buhari when he contested against Jonathan. Did Jonathan make certain mistakes? I think Jonathan did. But I felt at some point during the Jonathan administration that Jonathan was trying to stylishly curb corruption through technology with the introduction of BVN. But unfortunately, you know, we didn't see the end of that. So, and Buhari came, implemented to an extent, and then we had the TSA also. But I felt that Jonathan was better than Buhari. That was what I felt at that time, and which was the reason why I supported Jonathan. But notwithstanding, Buhari also played his own role. And what I saw after Buhari tenure, as much as I can point to some of the good things that he did, he left too many things unattended to. If Buhari had stopped fuel subsidy in his tenure, if he had unified our exchange rate by floating the exchange rate, if he had cut corruption to a certain level, I think I would be among the people who would be praising the Buhari administration. But those three core things, corruption, subsidy removal, and the floating of the exchange rate, is the reason why I'm not really a fan of the Buhari's administration. Those are the three main reasons why I'm not a fan of the Buhari's administration. And I always say this, you know, when people say you support Tinubu, he was the one that fought against fuel subsidy removal. I tell them, I have been a pro-fuel subsidy remover, and that is why in 2012, when they were protesting in Ojota, I was the only celebrity that went on that stage and said, instead of us asking the government not to remove subsidy, that we should ask them that if you remove subsidy, what are you going to do with the amount that will be saved from the removal of subsidy? And these are the questions that we should ask, and not just say that they shouldn't remove subsidy. And I remember Nigerians on that day in 2012. I still say it till tomorrow. Mr. Yinka Odumaki. I remember after while I was speaking, he came and he collected the microphone for me. He said, "That is not what the people want to hear." He collected the microphone for me. He said, "That's not what the people want to hear." And the people were saying, "May they not remove him, may they not remove him." Well, I am happy that Ebola Ahmed Tinubu, whom I supported and voted for, came and removed the fuel subsidy, because I've always known that that is a conduit for corruption. And I'm not saying it just because I just want to say it's the conduit for corruption. Go and look at the history. You discover that we pay more subsidy when it is closer to election period. And for the first time, we're going to do an election in 2027, and there won't be payment for subsidy. Let me see where these corrupt politicians are going to see money. Let me see where they are going to see money that they're going to use to campaign unnecessarily. You know, and talking about turn by turn, we all know whether we like it or not, as Nigerians, we tend to pretend over certain things as if we don't know that these things happen. I am from Ondo State. I am from Ondo State. We have two local governments in the riverine area of Ondo State. We have the Arugbo and Ijo local government, which is SLDO, and we have the Ilaje local government. Apparently, the Ilaje local government is bigger than the SLDO local government. Trust me, when it was time for the Ondo State South to present somebody for election, we have Agbola from the SLDO, and then we have Lucky Ayedatiwa from Ilaje. Trust me, without saying anything, before an SLDO man will win in Ondo State, it will take divine intervention, because population will speak against them. And unless that person has been able to build bridges beyond his local government to other areas of the state, it becomes a problem. And that is where also Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was also lucky to have become the incumbent governor prior to the election. And because of his predecessor and some of the things he had to go through, it was easy for him to win that election. It was easy to win that election. So the pretense of, turn by turn, no. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. We know. In Ondo State, for example, before you will see a Muslim will become a governor in Ondo State, we know. You see all these things, we like to pretend. We like to want to, because we want people to say, oh, we are not biased. That yes, a Muslim. No. We know. Ondo State is not a Muslim majority state. It's not a Muslim majority state. And you know that will affect any Muslim who is coming to become governor and all those stuff. So these things are some of the things that play part in political decisions. They do play parts in it. But then we'll pretend over it and say, oh, if we talk, people will talk, say they are being biased towards this one, they are being biased towards that one. And because of that, we find it very difficult to say the truth. When power comes to a region, for example, it comes, let's assume, okay, now that we're talking about the national level, if we look at, okay, coming to the South, if you had presented another person from the South who was more competent than Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then you accuse me of following Bola Ahmed Tinubu because of tribe or ethnicity, I will even buy into your argument. But who was the person that was presented from the South that is remotely close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? That is remotely close to him in terms of achievement. I am somebody who follow politics to the extent that when I list some governors' achievement, people will be wondering, they'll be asking me, all these things dey your head. I say, no, it's not that it dey my head. It's things that I see. Like recently, when somebody asked, what good did Bola Ahmed Tinubu done? And I started listening, and people were saying this one and that one. What did he do? Wait, I wake up from my house in Lagos here 5 a.m. and I'm on the road to Akure. And sometimes I leave Akure 5:30 a.m. I'm on the road to Lagos. And as I'm passing that road, I know what I'm saying, know what I'm seeing. And then because you are not happy with the person who is the president, you are thinking that I will remotely, because of your own feeling, not say that this is what I am seeing. I don't know how that works. I'm trying to find out how it works. That I drove from Shagamu to Ijebu-Ode, and I see that one part of the road uh, is being done, and the concrete has been done already, and all those stuff. And then you expect me to come and say, "Oh, Tinubu is not doing anything," or that I get to Ore and I turn from Ore to go to Akure, and I see the concrete work that is being done on the road, and I should come online and say Tinubu is not done anything, or that I take Ibadan, that I know that after Ibadan to Ife, to Ilesha, that the road is very bad. But recently that I'm taking that road, and I see that everybody has been diverted to take one side of the road and the other side is being worked upon. And you know, somebody was with me in the car and he was telling somebody, say that the road is terrible, this one and that. And I said, you are telling this person that the road is terrible. Do you care to even tell the person that, oh, they are working on the other side of the road, so we are all taking one side, and that by the time they finish, we will all benefit from it? Why don't you just say it that way, so that the person can know that if the person is taking that road, he will know that, oh, I'm taking this terrible spot now because they are working on the other side, that will bring comfort to all of us later. Why don't you explain it like that? Why do you dwell on the negative and then you ignore the good that is being done? Why does negativity excite us so much that everything that is governmental becomes a problem to certain people? If the narrative is not anti-government, it doesn't make us happy. And before you know what we're talking about, people start throwing insults around. Somebody says, oh, yes, we have not conquered insecurity, but I can see what the army, the police, they are doing recently. And the person is like, what are they doing? And I'm like, even if they are killed 10, isn't that something enough for us to say, oh, maybe if we encourage them, they can kill 1,000 more? You know, so we should not always see anything that concerns government as anti-people, because the noise of the majority is not always right. Let us stop pretending that we don't know that biases also comes to play in our politics. So say ending turn by turn, no, those things will not end today, it will not end tomorrow, because the party decides the candidates to put forward. And when they put forward, the people now decide who they want to follow. Allow people to follow their choice based on their belief. If you think your own candidate is better, then say your candidate, tell us what your candidate has done to be better, and then let the people choose. It doesn't have to come with insult. It is mere stating facts. Somebody states a fact and you are angry. Why? Why are you angry that this person stated the fact? I listed some things that Mr. President did. Somebody went to use Grok and said Grok should fact check me and also rate those projects. And Grok started rating the projects 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. People are angry. One was stunning Grok. And I'm like, oh boy, you go fight still. Because I wouldn't even come to mention what the president has not done when I know he has not done it. So um, we must respect people's biases. We must understand that parties decide the candidates to put forward, and this does not really concern the majority of the people. Because if it does, with the Buhari's body language towards the APC 2023 um, uh, presidential candidacy, you know, as much as we know, if Buhari didn't really support Tinubu, he probably wouldn't have gotten that ticket. But he wasn't loud about his support. He wasn't loud about his support. And so Tinubu had to call in the bridges he has built over the years to come to his support. So if you are not building bridges now, the chances of you getting your party's ticket will be very slim. So we must know that. We must note all these things and do what is right. You must understand your biases. You must understand your candidate. You must know that the party decide the candidate to bring forward, and you must be able to articulate your candidate's achievement to prove your point to the people you want to convince to vote for your candidate. All this end turn by turn presidency talk, trust me, it will not work. Some of us will not care about turn by turn, and some other people will care about it because they will say it is not time for the North, it is time for the South. So all these things will come to play, but know who you're supporting and support the person with facts, with his achievements, and follow progress. When it is time to criticize certain things, criticize it. When it is not time to criticize, just let it lie. Thank you.
So, Shay, are you the same question I asked Doggy? Are you considering the fact that the diversity of our country, the reason why people who bring up this idea of North versus South when it comes to rotation of power, are you saying that they don't know what they did for doing that? Because probably they know that some part of the country may be dominating some part of people in times of leadership. So are you saying that even if you go, I don't want to go into federal character because this turn by turn is not here. We are discussing politics, but let us discuss this gentleman agreement that these people brought within their party. Are you saying they don't know what they are doing in the first place?
No, the truth is this so-called gentleman agreement eh, doesn't rightly favor us. Let's be frank with it. If a Tinubu had come after Jonathan and all these things that he's doing now had been done then, we would have lived this level of argument that we're having in 2026. So certain level of argument we're having in
Don't you think
2026.
that reason is the reason why Buhari did not even come or Jonathan did not even continue in 2050? Don't you think so?
No, that is not the reason. See, Nigerians were angry with Jonathan. Let's stop pretending the Jonathan that people are praising today. Nigerians were angry with Jonathan. That was why Buhari came. Not because it was the time for the North. Nigerians were angry with Jonathan. And some of us tried to convince them not to be angry with Jonathan. Nigerians were angry. It didn't come because of rotation. That because power had to go to the North. That wasn't why Jonathan came. That wasn't why Buhari came. No. Nigerians were angry with Jonathan. They were angry with Jonathan. It wasn't because of power rotation. No, that wasn't the reason why Buhari
But
came.
but 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 but, but if you say Nigerians are angry with the Jonathan got a lot of vote from Nigerians as well. People in Southeast, in South as well. So he got a lot of votes, but that vote could not push him to the presidency. But there is an emerger from Southwest that merged with the North to remove Jonathan because the Northerners feel like, oh, Jonathan, you have broke the vows, you have broke the gentleman agreement we made. Okay, took 4 years and step aside. Let us come and complete our brother's tragedy that happened to us. right? Don't you think that that thing was one of the reasons Jonathan lost the election? Not necessarily because Nigerians
So
are angry.
Buhari also had some gentleman agreement to only do one term now.
But
Abi, you didn't know?
Nigerians are also angry. Under Buhari, we witnessed the level of protest in Nigeria and SARS. Nigerians are also angry against Buhari. Why didn't they vote Buhari out in 2019?
No, that's what I'm saying. Who are the people that the parties put out? They put out an article against a Buhari. Do you understand? So, Baba, not everybody will like an article now. Did you see what Tinubu Obasanjo wrote about article? Eh?
I saw it.
In all honesty, I am asking you, in all honesty, would you be happy to have voted article?
Well,
I'm
there's
just
no way I would
I'm
have.
just
There's no way I
I'm
would have
just
voted that
asking
issue
you
anyway.
based on what Obasanjo said about article, based on all the power projects and all those stuff that you know, would you be happy to have voted article?
Why would I be happy voting for him?
Eh,
Atiku is his boss.
So if Atiku did not win against Buhari, do you understand me? It isn't because Nigerians are entirely happy with Buhari. But maybe some people just felt they would not allow this man to be their president because of what they know.
We have some Southerners who contested against Buhari. Why didn't they choose? Since that they know that this zoning, this north versus south turn is not necessary. Why did they choose someone from the south and vote against Buhari? Why?
Who was the person from the south who contested against Buhari that
No,
you would have voted for?
you're right, Sha.
Shawara,
Who was the
Shawara,
person?
Shawara.
What is the person's level of competence? We don't just pick somebody because somebody is from the south, and then we say because he's from the south, he's contesting against Buhari, and then we cannot attest to his level of competence. We just go and throw him there now. You should allow competence to speak for people.
But I think that
Okay,
Nigerians have never voted.
Mazi,
I
let
think
me use this as an example. Mazi, let me use this as an example to tell you that party decides certain things. Do you know that I said this in 2014? I did pro bono for Alex Oti, pro bono at Clear Essence Spa in Ikoyi when they did fundraising dinner for Alex Oti to compete to contest in Anambra. I was the MC there, pro bono for Alex Oti because my wife is from Anambra State, is from Abia State. I mean, my wife is from Abia State. I went there, I MC the event at Clear Essence Spa for Alex Oti when he was contesting to be governor in 2014 in Abia State. But do you know why Abia people didn't vote for him? They said he was coming through APC, a Yoruba party. But today, those people who didn't vote for Alex Oti in 2015, those people who didn't support him are the ones abusing people like us who stood by him in 2015 to say they don't like one person, they don't like that person. Alex Oti is alive. The event that I'm talking about, I was there with Alibaba, Clear Essence Spa in Ikoyi. I was the MC, free of charge. I didn't take one kobo from him because I had known him from Diamond Bank, and I respect him and I believe in his capacity. Today, Abia people are enjoying him, but in 2015, they called those of us who were supporting him. They said they were Yoruba people, now they support him. But today is their Lord and personal Savior. So all this rotation stuff, go and find what your party wants. Are you involved in the party level of politics?
What you are saying is that the party the parties that we have are the people against the rotation that we're talking about. Is that what you're saying?
Party decides the candidate that comes forward. And it is not a question of majority. It is a question of the bridge that the candidate has been
Do you
able
know
to
this thing
build.
you're saying now is the reason why PDP is the way it is today?
That is their problem, because if they had worked according to what Wike was saying at that time, probably the contest would have been bigger than what it is today with PDP. Let's be frank with that. The truth is right there, but people don't just want to look for it. Nobody serves you power a la carte. Nobody. You must build bridges. You know how many times they've come to me in my local government. Oh, Sheyilo, this one, oh, come and go for House of Rep. Sheyilo, come and do. I say, Baba, there are certain gentlemanly agreement that I know that will not work. This time that you people are asking me to come, it won't work. It will not work. I'm not be done. Now money una want to be, man, take 1 million naira. Oh yeah, goodbye, you. God bless you. Goodbye, God bless you. You must know when a hungry man comes to you to come and say, come and run. And when you know that running will favor you. Tinubu beat this time. Come meet me, Sheyilo. Come go for House of Rep. Baba, we have the federal constituency. We have the SL, the person here. We have the like. How many years has Ilaje done? So. How many years has SL done? He's just doing one term. And you are saying Sheyilo from Ilaje to come and compete against him. Nobody, the party will give you the ticket.
Can we agree that this your opinion is not the
But
opinion
as soon as I don't come, I don't say on the hungry, Baba. Oh yeah, man, I take 1 million naira. God
can you
bless
hear me?
you. Yes.
Do you know this opinion is not the opinion of the majority of Nigerians? Can we agree on that?
See, even in America, do you understand me? Even in America, the party determines the candidate they put forward now.
Who are actually voting for the people? Are you aware?
Oh yeah, now it is not the opinion of the vote. No,
because
see, you can keep deceiving. See, people can keep deceiving themselves as voters. Do you understand me? If by tomorrow, if ADC picks article, do you understand me? If by tomorrow ADC picks article, do you understand me? Does that mean, okay, if it's only article and Tinubu that are on the tickets, what other choice do the voters have?
Do you know the sympathy of what Tinubu did to the Northerners are the reason why Tinubu is the way he is today? The sympathy of the loyalty for the Northerners, for the
That is why
alignment.
I said, see, let me tell you something. When you build bridges, you see, it is one thing to build bridges, it is another thing to have a mind of your own. No president in Nigeria before Tinubu that has not tried to please only the North as against the South because of votes and all those nonsense. Even Jonathan did it. Even Obasanjo did it. Obasanjo was president for 8 years. What did he do in Ogun State? Today, everybody is sought Ogun State. Say Ogun State roads are bad. Most of the bad roads in Ogun State that people talk about are federal roads. And those roads are just receiving attention in this administration. Those roads are just receiving attention in this administration from a president who is not from Ogun State. Yet Ogun State had Obasanjo for 8 years, had a VP for 8 years. They had it. So when people insult a Dapo Abiodun because of federal roads, I say these are the ignorance that we're talking about. If you come out to correct them, that this road you are insulting Dapo for is not his fault. Somebody will come there and say, who is this idiot always supporting APC? And I'm wondering, how is that supporting APC? Or we're just stating facts? So even you as a voter, if they present two parties and they bring the candidate out. What choice do you have? You choose just between those two. Unless you are involved in the party politics and you are known enough to be able to influence delegates, your choice, you are only left with the choice that is presented at the national ballot. So who you really be, in all sense of it, anywhere in the world, your only choice is limited to those on the ballot. There was a time in Egypt, people voted for, I think it was Salah that they voted for when no they ballot. So these are the things you must, once you understand, like I said, understand your bias, build bridges, understand the party, and learn to allow your achievements speak for you as a candidate. Every other thing na secondary, all these other things where would they talk about, Mazi. I had just told you, Alex Oti was coming under APC. Nobody voted for him. But the clout of Labour Party gave him a win. The clout of Labour Party gave him a win.
There is a problem here because this thing you are saying now is hard for me to people like me to understand it because there are a lot of people, especially those in southern Nigeria, who are still saying that instead of Atiku becoming the president after Tinubu Fulani man, after Buhari Fulani man was a president of this country, let Tinubu continue, right? There are a lot of obedient also in ADC now who are still saying that give us Peter Obi or nothing in ADC, whereas obedient are telling them, the Matiku boys are telling them that if you do not have power, you will not determine where power goes. So this your opinion here contradict what those people are saying and what some of us are saying, that South should complete their tenure in 2027, then move to the North, the way Nigeria have been doing it since 1999.
Bro, do you want to win election or you want to do rotation? The question is, do you want to win election or you want to do rotation? First, Tinubu did not contest after Jonathan because he knew that he didn't have the wherewithal at that time to win the election.
He was going to contest now until Buhari bet him. Come and meet him.
He was going to contest, or he was the one that went to meet Buhari. No, they mix the two together.
Is he that meet Buhari or Buhari met him? I just want to know.
He went to meet Buhari. Say, why Buhari they cry for national TV? Come here. Let's do this. You win this election. The ACN then did not have the capacity to win the election. That's why I went to meet Buhari. Bring CPC. Make FCN join you.
Sheyi, hold on. I think Tinubu tried that format in 2011 when he supported Jonathan against Buhari. It was the Southwest that made Jonathan to win 2011 election.
Yes.
So after them, that was when I think Tinubu went to visit Jonathan in Aso Rock. I remember vividly before they pick him up. Before they now pick him up and said maybe he was using foreign account, this, that. After that,
and the CBC case. CCB
after
case.
that case, that was when the issue of Buhari or no Buhari now came up.
Yes. Because that was when it came up. That was when the issue of Buhari came up. And then Jonathan did not favor the Yorubas in his government. And some of us still liked him against Buhari.
So, Mazi, like I said, understand your bias, build bridges, know the party, and let the achievement of your candidate speak for you. Let the achievement of your candidate speak for you.
So
We
we can cut it off, Shay. So we should jettison zoning. I mean, all this gentleman agreement, North versus South, in our politics. Is that what you're saying?
Baba, whatever, when parties bring out candidates, we will choose from them.
Don't you want to personalize it? Why are you making it we will choose?
When parties bring out their candidates, I will choose from among the candidates who I think is best. I will not vote based on any zone.
What?
I will choose based on the achievements of the candidates. I don't know about 2031, but for 2039, by the special grace of God, if they give me a Dave Umahi, I'm good to go.
Let me put you on the spot. So if come 2039 to 2031, and they bring someone like Ganduje in the north, and they brought someone like Sanwo-Olu in the south, who are you going to be campaigning for?
Baba, I can't vote for Ganduje. I know what I give you. You are putting me on the spot. But I'm not sure I can vote for Ganduje.
Oh, Mazi, Lobaton. Look, this thing you don't want to hear from me, you will hear it from other people.
I am not sure in my conscience I can vote for a Ganduje. In my conscience, I am not sure I can vote for Ganduje.
And Sheyi, why should you not have a right to say you can't vote for Ganduje? Why? Why not? What's the problem? It's your right now.
that right is my right.
Exactly, it's your right.
But
Don't be afraid to say it, Sheyi.
But for party's sake, you understand? No, but on a more serious note, my conscience, in all honesty, my conscience will not allow me to vote for a Ganduje. Over Sanwo-Olu, they're possible.
But Sheyi, we can use Ganduje to win elections, correct?
But remember, Shay, if you said that as someone who have maybe you're not a card member of APC, but you have a sympathy for APC, right? And you wouldn't like APC to scatter after Tinubu. You like that legacy to continue, right? So if the party decide that a Ganduje or any other person in the north within the APC, or let me use Nuhu Ribadu, for instance, against David Umahi or Sanwo-Olu,
No. No, is I know, like give you. I am for Dave Umahi. I am for Dave Umahi, and it's because he has achievements too. Nuhu Ribadu is in NSC, but he's still finding his feet. Until the talk of insecurity comes to the barest minimum, Nuhu Ribadu doesn't have my vote yet. He needs to do more in the department that he is in.
Okay, Shay.
I have question. I beg one question for Seyi.
Oh yeah, ask your question by me, yeah.
Seyi Law, you are in the class of people that can answer this question, I beg. What is the status of VIP police protection today, the rollback? I'm talking about the presidential rollback that is happening. Is it in progress or are they gestation it again? Are you guys having secret police or delays that are going about with you? in kaftans. So
No,
America.
no, and for me personally, since I've started my career, I've never driven with a police escort before. I have never driven with a police escort before, and it's personal to me. The reason why I don't like it, I don't like it. But the president's initiative on that, it has not been jettisoned. I've seen a lot of VIPs that I know now have civil defense as their protection, unless those people in top aspect of governance, like the governors and the deputy, are not, they still have police people in their security. The governors and the deputy.
But Atiku still have police in his security now.
Because if the president has withdrawn police from article security, you know what opposition would have said. And he's also a former vice president. He's not an ordinary citizen. He's a former vice president. Even in America till today, Obama still have his secret service details with him. So don't let us use that article on. No, 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 no.
No,
But I know that people in
Atiku is executive now. Atiku is guaranteed by law now. You must have it.
so law even gives article to have a police orderly and all those stuff. So, but for my state, to what I know is that I know the deputy governor, the governor still have police in their security details. But aside from that, almost every other person now uses civil defense.
So, Shay, before I go to Peonum maybe he's going to comment some of the things he said. Before I go to Shay, please, I really want to know your stand about what is currently going on in River State. I guess you have not been able to say something about it. Probably, I didn't know. I didn't want to guess. I didn't want to preempt what you are going to say. So, what's your opinion on what is going on in River State between Wike and Simfubara?
That's why I said you must understand your party politics. So I think Fubara allowed jumped the gun a little too quickly. He jumped the gun a little too quickly. While I might not totally support Yeson Wike's choice or his direction of doing things, you can also force. You can't also what word should I use now? Also say that we don't know that the man is fighting to protect his own structure. You understand? Whether the structure favors the people or not is now left for the people to decide. You understand? And I'm not a voter in River State to know if truly Fubara is worth fighting for. The people of River State will decide that if Fubara is worth fighting for, or if they think that it is better to protect the structure of Wike. But currently at the national level, River State is negotiating at the national level based on the structure of Wike. Based on the structure of Wike, that is the negotiating power of River State currently at the
Not based
national
on
level.
the sitting governor.
No, not based on Fubara. It is the negotiating power of River State at the national level is not based on Fubara.
So we can say that Wike is still a governor of River State through Fubara.
I'm not saying that Wike is still the governor of River State. I will not make such accusation.
No, because if you are
You
saying that a
understand me?
minister is they are negotiating federal government is negotiating in River State through a minister over a sitting governor of that state.
No, 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 no. I didn't say that federal government is negotiating. I did not say federal government is negotiating anything. No. Do you understand me?
This is political terms. I said the negotiating power of Rivers State at the national level is Wike's structure. Does Fubara have a structure? This is the question you should ask. And only the people of Rivers State can answer you. Those who are pro-Fubara, are they pro-federal government? Are they pro-federal government? Let's be sincere with ourselves. You know, this politics, I'm not a politician. I am talking based on what I am seeing. The people who are pro-Fubara, who are for Fubara, are they for Tinubu? Are they for the federal government? Politically, I'm not talking about maybe what they are entitled to. Politically. Mazi, you
But
not
Boss,
answer me.
is there a guarantee that
Eh?
those Doyadis of Fubara will also vote for Ashwaju? That is also.
That is what I'm saying. That is the question I'm asking.
So, so,
Let's
so,
be
so, so
frank with ourselves.
if you
Most
ask
of the
that
people who are,
question, before Fubara defected to APC, he first of all met with President Asuwaju. If you say so, why did Asuwaju now allow Fubara to join APC and his boys? And his boys.
no, let me tell you, there is a saying in Yoruba. They say, elder we no verse, now him children the plenty. A Tinubu can have Wike's loyalists. But if Fubara loyalists join, the more, the merrier.
Do you know that? Fubara joining this APC is the reason why Wike is agitating now? He feel like his structure is being threatened. That a Fubara joining APC is going to create another structure in River State over PDP already established structure in River State.
Wike's loyal boys, they are all in PDP, in APC. However, Wike is fighting to protect his own structure. Is left for Wike. I no go decide for Wike how he want protect his structure. How do you start telling a man what to eat in his house? For house where you know the PM, where you know help and build. You can only negotiate with the man, you can only advise him. Do you understand? Even if you go to hospital, they say eating gari will kill you. Do you understand? The doctor will not tell you that, no, you must not, you must not eat gari. No, the doctor will say, our medical advice to you is to stop eating gari. Abimazi.
Well, you are right, but I think it's a little bit contradictory to what maybe people, the governors forum in APC and the stand of governors forum in APC and the hierarchy of APC. In fact, the people that own the structure of APC at the national level, including the Mr. President, I'm talking about their body language now. If you say that Wike has that excess power over a sitting governor, that a sitting governor does not have that kind of power, why? Then
Mazi, check your network.
No. Mazi, I didn't say a city governor does not have his power. A city governor has his power. Do you understand me? Fubara has joined APC. According to APC power structure in state, the state governor is the leader of the party. Do you understand? And in order not to fall on the wrong side of INEC, the party must protect its power structure in states. which is why you will see governors will want to talk to Wiki and say, allow Fubara to maintain his power, the power structure according to the party. But does that mean that Wiki should also not protect his own structure?
Now,
No.
yeah, no, now you're a little bit balanced now. You see, you are not
Uh,
balanced now. You are not giving Fubara is a reason for him to be able to fight, because I didn't know when some people make it look like Fubara does not have a right to fight a sitting governor. I feel so very sorry, because you cannot make me a governor and expect me not to create my own structure, because Wike do not wake up in the morning, wake up with that structure alone. He created it. He destroyed people's structure in River State and created his own. Isn't it, Sheila?
it is the people who allow Wiki to destroy their structure
They
that we
fought
should
now.
talk to.
Those people fought now. Are we not here when they are fighting? Those people fought now. They are fought. They fighted now.
They fought, they
And they
didn't
didn't
win.
win now because Wike is a sitting governor. So those
But
people,
don't also forget that the Wiki did not just wake up after first term. Immediately they installed him as governor and started showing his hand. No. He played loyal and he built structure. That is what I think Fubara should have done. You quietly
it's
build
not the
your
only governor
structure
that did
before
it.
you
It's not
fight.
the only governor that did it. At least Uba Asani of Kaduna State did it. Obiano of Anambra, he did it. So many people have done it. So Fubara's own is not Fubara's own. Why is this Fubara's own now? That's sort of a big deal that he cannot do what others have done.
No, Obiano, you are making a mistake. Obiano of Anambra understood that his power lies with the party. You understand me? And not his predecessor. It is silly to fight wrongly. It is silly to fight wrongly. At the time Fubara was fighting with PDP, he didn't put into consideration that PDP was losing its national hold. They didn't put that into consideration. Imagine before Fubara started fighting, imagine Fubara himself had defected to APC first and wormed his way into APC, and then he now fought. The powers that be, the structure would have protected him better.
Didn't they protect him while he was still in the PDP? I will not see him when they wanted to first impeach him. Was it not APC president that come and save him by introducing
No,
emergency in his state, 6 months emergency rule in his state for him to be able to be
uh,
safe?
the 6 month emergency rule, has it completely won him the battle?
That's what I'm saying now. The person that saved him from being impeached is going to stand with him until the battle is over. So see,
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
let me even say this to you.
No,
Shay,
don't.
let me ask you, Shay, let
Mazi,
me ask
hold
you,
on
Shay,
first.
don't you think that the reason why Wike even have the power to fight is because he's still a minister of FCT? Don't you think so? Do you think that if Wike is outside power, that he could be able to fight a sitting governor? Do you think so?
Uh, Mazi, there is something that we call structure in politics, and that structure comes with a lot of loyalty. Do you understand me? And some of those loyalties are not bought with position. They are not bought with position. They are bought with genuine love. They are bought with genuine love. Even when Tinubu was not the president, he was not the governor, he was not a senator, he had loyalty. He had loyalty. That loyalty is what makes his political structure strong. Fubara was supposed to to win loyalty first before he started fighting. And in winning that loyalty, you have to calculate. See, if Fubara had defected to APC before he started fighting, one, he would have appealed to the sentiment of the APC people in Rivers State. Do you understand me? He would have appealed to the sentiment of the APC people in Rivers State. And that would have won him certain degree of loyalty with which he can fight, not seeking for presidential protection. I don't know if you understand me. These things
I
are,
think
it's
I don't
politics.
understood it clearly. Very
It's politics.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Fubara showed his hand a little too early.
Yeah, it's
He showed his hand a little too early.
okay. I've seen where you are coming from. Maybe because he started a little bit. He
Mm.
started very, very early. Yeah, I think
So he started a little too
I agree
early.
with you on that.
How do you break a man? How do you break a man you don't know the tree is resting on? You want to break the back of a man and you don't know the tree that the man is resting on. Fubara thought that the Niger Delta boys would just stand up and fight for him. But you don't even know the level of what Wiki has done for them. That's why Wiki can still go to River State and still go to the creek to meet some of these people. If Wiki had not one certain loyalty in those quarters, he not go make some of the moves that he's making now. You must be able to study a battle well before you go into it.
Okay, Shay, just give us some let's say 15 minutes before you go. Let's allow Polono, because I'm sure you're going to react to what he's going to say. Let's allow Polonium to come in a little bit. Polonium, are you there? Polonium.
Why are you sure that
I'm very, very sure.
Shay?
Now, who don't know you for this app?
Why are
Go
you
ahead.
sure that Shay will react to what I was? Shay, how now? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I just say I don't block the Palladium.
You don't block me now. Me, I return the favor. I saw you last in London when you came for an event. Me and you take photo. we took we took photographs. Wait, remember when you came for I think it was Pastor Jerry Eze's birthday.
Oh,
Hosted that
Portia.
event in London.
Oh, wow.
How you doing? How you doing, my brother? How family? How madam?
Ade. Sorry, I
Thank God.
don't block you, no verse.
No wahala. Na
You go still
politics.
block am back.
Na
You go still
politics
block
they
am
make
back.
us
Oh.
This
disagree.
guy is a very vile person. Oh, this guy where
You
they
go
talk
still
like
block am back. Oh, Egbon Seyi.
this guy na vile person for online, oh, but na good person offline. This guy where they see here, na vile
You
person
go still.
online, but not offline. This guy they play gentleman.
There is a reason he doesn't have his picture on his profile. There is a reason he doesn't have his picture on his profile. See.
Mazi, sorry, I wanted to say something. Doggy, I noticed that you have blocked me again. Now, wow, I wanted to. I tried yesterday. I tried to send you a message. You get one business welcome. I won't run by you. I can't try to send you message for DM. I can't notice. Say message no dey deliver. I can't say what's in the happen to Doggy now. What's wrong with his account? I can't check because he don't block
your
me.
trouble not too much. Make them block you.
No wahala. The only reason you are blocking me is political difference. It's not. I mean, the fact that we can all
You
engage
follow
as
me.
Nigerians.
You follow me, Polonom. No be you follow me. You follow me now. You block me and I block me again.
No,
Go ahead, Daddy.
Mazi, I have never blocked you. You are a necessary evil. We'll just keep you aside.
But
No
you
wahala.
unfollowed me. You unfollowed me. Go ahead.
She dey laugh. At the end of the day, all of us were Nigerians, to be honest. And you know, so people now know that I'm now in my state has now joined APC, so maybe I'm now APC self. I don't even know why I did anymore. You
Ah,
know,
make
but
life come one by one. We dey expect
But
to
the
don't worry.
but the fact is on ground, right? That our disagreement is political and is based on principles. I'm not going to query your principles, and I don't. You can query mine, but that's what it is. I won't see you on the streets and attack you, but I can disagree with your politics, and you have every right to disagree with mine. The issue of I'll just go into Nigeria and turn by turn. I think I'm one of the few people who has spoken about something like this, and the reason for that is very clear. For me, at the moment where we are, I think I'm just tired of political up and downism. Oh, this year is for the north, this year is for the south, but even though I have proposed something like that, which is let us just leave this thing and let competence take over. One of the reasons why I said that was it would really pain me if we find a Nigerian president that is working for the Nigerian people. And while he is doing all the good things that Nigerian people want, he is compelled to leave after 8 years. Why did I say that? Because I've taken a look at a country like China and the stability that they have. It's not a perfect idea of a democracy, whatever that means, but the stability that that country has had because of stable leadership, stable government principles, and the future that they have is sometimes enviable. Sometimes you can take a look at it and want your country to be like what they have, the level of stability, infrastructural development, and everything that they have as a country, despite their population, despite their challenges. There are a few other one or two countries like that, that one is tempted to say, okay, maybe this could work for us as a people. And I was bold enough to say, okay, maybe something like that can happen in Nigeria. It would really pain me to have a Nigerian president that is working for everybody, and then after 8 years, he's compelled to leave. And all the reforms or whatever the person is doing, which is acceptable to everybody, it comes to a halt. And then you have another government, and because of